Hey, good morning. Rabbit. It's June. Moon and swoon. Some of the greatest love songs have June in it, right? Is that right?
Probably.
Look what I'm asking. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Mr. Romance.
Yeah.
Hello, Christy Lee.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
There's Josh Arnold.
I like to sing about the moon and the June and the spring.
I like to sing Moon is. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. He wrote When Doves Cry. There's Willie Griswold.
June.
I'm Chick McGee.
Oh, how about this one?
And here's Tom Griswold.
I love New York in June.
How about you? Huh?
It might be I like New York in June.
I like New York in June.
Ferris Bueller.
I'm lost.
How about you?
Okay, good.
Shake it up,
I like
baby,
a Gershwin tune.
Shake it
in
up,
June.
baby. When I went to see Ferris Bueller and they did the Shake It Up, baby.
Yeah, the parade.
In the parade, I lost my mind. I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Very nice.
He got Chicago to dance that day, my friend.
Yes, he did. The entire city.
You've seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Just
He
think
also
of
he magically made it from the suburb into downtown, up to Wrigleyville, then back downtown for the parade.
if we played by the rules, we'd be in gym right now. They're in center field, Wrigley. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Tom.
Happy June.
Right.
Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm still getting organized over here.
I see that. A place for everything and everything in its place.
Yeah, just one of those days. I got here super early, and of course, the computer is doing some kind of digital douching as the sign on. We'll be back 47 minutes. What?
Pardon our dust.
There was an update overnight.
Yeah, great. Thanks. I'm
I
glad
have
I got
one
up
too.
early.
Yeah.
I had one of those mornings I forgot something at the house. I forgot my IUD. So I had to run
Your
back.
IUD?
Yeah. I had to run back, and I forgot something, so I had to go back and get it.
Well, we got a lot of mail here. We got many things to review here.
Great story.
You got a great story? Well,
no.
No,
I
it
said not
can
really.
throw you off, though.
It can really throw you on. I'm
Sure
still
it
kind of
does.
thrown off.
You got to shake it. Yeah.
If you'd started out how I started out, you'd still be full of kerfuffle.
You know, I'm similarly discombobulated.
Have you ever noticed that if you have a problem, and this is like a serious problem, or you come in and you go, boy, man, I caught my hand in the car door.
I have a bigger one.
I caught my hand in the car door last night, and Tom will go, I know what that's like. You know, I caught my foot, my hand, and one of the kids in the car door. Everything's a competition.
Let's get back to your exciting story about being late.
No, that's it. That's all I had. I thought it was charming.
What'd you forget? Can I ask?
It is. It tells us that you, too, are human.
I say it's the phone.
I forgot my wallet, actually, and I don't like to leave the house without my wallet. Even though you got your phone, you really don't need your wallet. But
You need your
Do you have
wallet.
your driver's license on your wallet?
on my,
on your phone?
No, it's but I am somebody.
Okay.
So if I get pulled over, where's your license?
They apologize to you for pulling you over.
Damn right they do. I'm sorry, Chick.
That works in this city.
This way.
They give you a lollipop and a cookie and go, keep it moving, Chick.
Well, there was one time I called him Officer Angel about 15 years ago. He was really something.
Coming up, we have license plates in the news once again. Kind of an interesting story. But we had a story yesterday about a controversial physician. What do you call him? A fertility doctor.
Yep.
Who was killed in a plane crash. And this guy's been accused of impregnating his clients, if you will, with his own seed.
A monster.
Yeah, but interestingly enough,
No but.
the airplane was described as
Homemade.
Homemade.
Yeah.
And I once again said that I have a policy of only getting in store-bought airplanes. Got this letter. Mike writes, you talked about a store-bought airplane. Give it to me straight. Is there a Crazy Larry's Chevrolet and Boeing dealership downtown next to Earl Scheib's where you can get a non-store-bought airplane? I don't know. I would not want to be getting into a...
The phrase that I find worrisome is experimental aircraft.
Yeah, I'm fine with like experimental jazz, you know?
Sure.
I'm okay with like an experimental taco dish.
Right.
but flights, keep them straight.
Right.
Yeah.
We want them completely
And I believe the
tested.
description was the wings fell off.
That's exactly right, Tommy.
They were found several thousand yards behind the fuselage,
Yep.
which I assume
Well, if your
contained the
wings-
decedents.
The wings fall off, and it's not going to be able to fly.
I know.
flying
You're
hot
gonna-
dog.
And if they both fall off, what does that tell you?
You're having a bad
They
day.
didn't know how to bolt.
Not enough rivets. I mean,
Gotta use better glue next time.
yeah. I don't know much about the engineering of aircraft, but I like it done by quality engineers that know what they're doing.
Yeah, but that tells you that those homemade planes, too, they have two wings as opposed to they're not built like the old balsa wood planes where it was one wing strip that you slid into a slit in the
Oh,
middle.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was the longest period someone has ever owned one of those.
Half an hour.
I love those things, but
You have the one with the propeller on the front?
Oh, with the rubber band?
God, that was so cool. That was
best.
a great toy.
When they lasted, they were fun.
yeah. They just, and it took off like on a runway. Right down the street, man, up into the air. Oh, yeah. It was amazing.
I still like those pump it up rockets.
Oh, they used well, which ones
Oh,
are
they're
where you
Plastic,
step
you put
on
water in them and
Put
you
water
pump,
in them
and
and
then
pump
they
them,
shoot
yeah.
off.
Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't seen that either.
Yeah.
Then I love the little things that you'd put a cap in the metal thing and heave it up in the air like a jart.
Yes.
And it would the heavy end would point
Right.
down and hit.
We had one of those.
Yeah, that, by the way, is the entire repertoire of my knowledge of aeronautical engineering. And
took an
again,
aeronautics-
I like to salute the real engineers out there that make the planes that actually land.
I took an aeronautics class in high school and made my own rocket. It was fun.
Sure.
It was awesome.
But you didn't get in it and fly somewhere.
I did not.
Okay.
We did rocketry class at camp, and
Yep.
the secret to rocketry class was the first 2 days you just watched the movie October Sky with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Great
And
movie.
That's
As a
a good
fat
movie.
kid that wants to get in the air conditioning, have a diet soda.
Chris
ooh.
Cooper. Great movie.
Now, also in the news yesterday, we have an update on the weighing in of the New Zealand airline that is asking people to weigh themselves before they get on the plane. We'll find out more about that.
Did you say airloin?
Airline, sorry.
Yeah.
Again, I'm trying to catch up. Because,
I know, because I was late.
No,
I had to
because-
go back. Tom, it affected Tom.
Okay, very good, very good.
Butterfly.
We had another funny thing happen yesterday on the show. We were talking with Allie Breen during the Sexy Time segment.
Yes.
And we were all kind of puzzled as to what her T-shirt said.
Right.
You were puzzled.
Well, I think, didn't you? You really didn't?
Yeah,
think
I didn't really know what it was.
I didn't really
It looks like it was USA backwards.
staring at her boobs.
I thought it was
care.
A24, the movie studio.
I'm gonna back up what Christy was going to say. I didn't really care, but go ahead.
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't stare at her boobs, so I didn't.
In any event, and then I said, I think she said it says USA, and then she said, well, I said, oh, it's backwards. And she goes, that's because of the camera, which makes no sense. We're not.
Well, I think she thought
No,
when you
that
take a
happens.
selfie,
Yeah.
your shirt would be backwards.
And you can spin it around.
yeah.
Oh, in any
Don't
event.
roll your eyes at me, mister.
He was rolling
I
at
will
me.
knock the eyes out of your head.
Yeah.
You know what? You're really showing your ass this morning. You know that?
Hit the right one first. That's the one that seems to be not working this morning. Who is this from? Rob from Meridian, Idaho.
Hey, Rob.
That's right in the middle of the state.
Meridian. You know, I'm anti-Meridian. Did you know?
Is that right?
Really?
He
Pick a side.
He said, I just heard the last part of Allie Breen. You were giving her a hard time because it turned out her shirt was on inside out.
Correct.
And she didn't realize it.
But I've never seen a shirt that, if it's inside out, it has the letters backwards.
It was perfectly
on the other side.
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
She said, when my wife has her shirt on inside out, I ask her if she got dressed in the back seat of a Chevy.
Oh.
Sexy.
I bet she loves it.
Yeah, I bet she does.
Yeah. Sorry for reading that out loud, Rob. You'll be paying. Give me the sports teaser, please.
We've got the NBA playoffs starting tonight. And never fear, America, we will have an Aaron Rodgers update today to see what's happening in all things Aaron. We have a story about the National Spelling Bee, one of Tom's favorite things.
Wrong.
And tattoos in sports, and more mail from husbands and wives and how they just don't get along.
One way to help them get along is to get a great night's sleep and have them in a bed where they're both happy. That's the key to the Sleep Number bed. We call it adjustable firmness, meaning either side of the bed has its own setting. For example, Christy Lee, what is your Sleep Number setting?
45. I like a little softer.
Yes, Chick McGee, your Sleep Number setting?
100, I'm Mr. Firm Mattress, Tom.
Just so he doesn't get mad, Josh, what's your Sleep Number setting?
65.
I see.
Pleasant.
Still.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, it's because I went to the Sleep Number store. I lied down on their special bed, and they said, yep, your pressure points require a 65.
But you could change it if you wanted to.
I sure could.
If there was some debate at the touch of a button, bzzzt, you're a free man sleeping the way you want to. In the United States of America, mind you. Adjustable firmness is what it's all about. The Sleep Number people have perfected that. They've got a bunch of other stuff they've been adding in recent years, including things about keeping you just the right temperature. You don't want to be too hot or too cold. These beds adjust as you sleep. Get all the details at the Sleep Number store. Sleep at the next level. Unlock your potential with a smart bed that can be as smart as you are. How about that?
I just had a thought.
What's that?
I want to go back home and get in the bed. Maybe that's what I should do to start things. It's really
Do you want me to start your car for you?
Start over things. No. Don't try to talk me out of it.
Okay. Right now, you can save a staggering 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. And also, special financing is available from Sleep Number. Subject to credit approval. See the store for the details. You'll find your Sleep Number store by going to sleepnumber.com/BT Show. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, a lot of oddities in the news today, including people who are stupid enough to follow GPS no matter what it says.
And I've got great news for Purdue Boilermaker basketball fans.
All right. Ever play the game Duck Hunt?
Yes. Yeah. Loves it.
I got to be very careful with this one.
The hardest thing is getting their legs apart.
Yeah, you don't want to sound like Hervé.
Duck Paws Hunt is in the news today.
Okay.
We'll find out about that. And a story Christie's tentatively refused to read.
Oh, really?
It's
We'll get it
so
done.
upsetting. I saw it yesterday, and I thought, there's no way we're going to do this story.
However, we are.
However,
This is birds related, isn't
Yep.
it? Yeah.
you saw that story, didn't you?
Yep, I did.
Pathetic.
It's
Okay.
so bad. That's awful.
Yeah, okay. I
Can't
will
wait.
be back with that. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Give me a strum of that. I want to see if this thing sounds good. Everything. Oh, that's nice.
Is it too loud?
No, it's great. Does that sound good, Dean? We okay over there? Okay, good.
Sounds
we're
loud, but
Yeah, Rodney, famous for many songs. It all started here with the famous Fred song, which we opened up the show with just a couple days ago. This is a sad song?
no, it goes.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to sing you a song. They could probably change your life, but I don't have one. She don't have a boyfriend, and she don't really care. She's always real happy. She's got a grin from ear to ear. And she don't need no alcohol to find her happy spot. She found that a long time ago, and she goes there a lot. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, cause it's too much work. Just a flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Well, here she comes and there she goes, dancing around on her tippy toes. Have you ever seen a woman just smile like that after sitting at home and rubbing her cat? It ain't over when she gets back home. She'll be flicking that thing till the cows come home. Bean flicking, flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, cause it's too much work. Just a flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicky, 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 flicking the bean.
Rodney Carrington, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Nice. Another love song.
A tear came to my eye in that song.
4/7. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
We're in a gym today to find out what athletes need after they've had a big workout. Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
You look pretty sweaty.
Yeah. I just jogged 5 miles. I did the weights. Did some step aerobics. God, I'm dying.
What do you need after a big workout like that?
I gotta use a big glass of water.
Water?
Yeah.
You don't want water. You need something to replace your bodily fluids. Get you back on your feet again.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what do you got?
Here, try this.
What is it?
Thirspiration Plus.
Thirspiration Plus, huh?
Replaces all your bodily fluids after a big workout.
All right, yeah, I'll try it. Jesus, what is that? Tastes like sweat.
It is sweat. Well, a little coloring. We added some carbonation, but...
What are you trying to do to me?
Thirspiration Plus replaces all your bodily fluids lost during a big workout.
Manager!
Thirspiration Plus. Bodily sweat and icy cold jug.
Come here, you crazy son of a...
I should borrow your shirt and your shorts for later.
You're sick!
Thirspiration Plus. Lemon lime, tropical punch, or clear.
Can I borrow your shorts for later?
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
And a fresh version of the New Testament Bible aims to appeal to girls by being designed to look like a teen magazine.
Here we go.
Revolve from Nelson Bibles is made up of 400 glossy color pages and contains the entire New Testament, but also...
Oh, look, here's another chapter. No more fun.
contains articles written in the style of teen magazines.
Mary's lip gloss.
Including quizzes like, are you dating a godly guy?
How to suck the fun out of life.
Answers to questions such as, if God made pot, why can't I smoke it?
Was it a Bible or just a religious magazine?
No, it's a Bible. It's got the entire New Testament in it.
Okay.
Written around these articles.
No, headlines, Jesus resurrected, stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, thank you very much, Christy. Sounds good.
7 deadly sins. Yeah, I've seen that.
No more 10 commandments. 6 you can handle. You know, stuff like that. Just the 6 that you can get by on.
6 for now.
That's right. Worry about the other 4 later.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. So that's how you know you're too high.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody. Patella. Oh, hi. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yep.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Hello yourself. There's Josh Arnold.
Christy had a dream last night you hooked up with Bradley Cooper.
Ooh, that's a good dream. Could I jump into that one?
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
I had a dream that there was a bad thing that was happening, and I tried to be a hero, and I just made it so much worse.
I'll save you.
I couldn't throw a punch. I couldn't help at all.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
That's a self-esteem dream.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Do you ever have the dream your teeth are falling out? That's evidently a classic.
Never had that.
We do have a
stress dream.
We have tooth-related news this morning.
And
a
nothing
very odd story.
We can't handle the
but the tooth.
Oh.
Speaking of we can't handle the tooth.
Yeah.
Well, this I guess that really is a stretch. But never mind. That's
No, go ahead. No, everything's okay today. No bad ideas on today's show.
Never. Nope.
Yeah, there are.
You're in a safe place.
I think there are some bad ideas. You weren't at the meeting yesterday.
Well, there's. I have no comment.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let's move forward here and check in with Chick McGee in the world of sports. Then I've got a request coming up from a trucker.
The dad bod god. That's Nikola Jokic. That's right. Not supposed to be in the NBA finals. I don't know.
Or the U.S. of A. We'll look into it.
As I understand
We're on it, people.
He's white, but he's different, Josh.
He was born in Hawaii.
Birther.
Jokic was drafted behind 40 other players way back in 2014 when a loaf of bread was a nickel. And Jimmy Butler was drafted behind 29 others in 2011.
It's from Margaritaville.
Jokic grew up in Serbia. I used to have to lick the road to eat my breakfast. I wonder what is. I bet Serbia is beautiful, and everything I know about it comes from movies and ignorance.
I would say mostly ignorance.
Well, he watches
a
lot of
It
movies.
seems like a shot. I do watch a lot of movies.
Well, there's a movie called A Serbian Film, and maybe that'll teach you a little about Serbia.
Is that right?
Check that out, yeah.
Okay.
My God, do not watch it.
Really?
It's considered one of the most extreme horror films ever made.
Oh, my Lord.
It is
Really?
Is it in...
Is that in Serbia?
I shouldn't have even mentioned it.
Do you own it?
No, I've not honestly.
Subtitled?
I have not even seen it. I read everything about it and went, my eyes hurt from reading what happens in it.
Oh, gosh.
Goodness gracious.
Is this available at your corner
I'm
DVD
not even
store?
going to discuss it anymore.
Okay.
There you go. And the Detroit Pistons have reached an agreement to hire. He got that bag. Former Phoenix Suns coach Monty Williams, one of my favorite guys in the NBA. Monty, evidently a 6-year contract, right around 85 million. How's that work?
And he gets to host a game show.
Here's Monty.
Monty Williams.
I think, aren't they naming an auditorium after him? Monty Hall.
Oh.
I take it back. There are bad ideas.
I have an objection to make. This
I
is
think he's the highest paid coach now. Go ahead.
What we're talking about?
Yeah.
I mentioned that I came in this morning and I got here really early. I got a great night's sleep, really refreshed.
Good.
And
deserve it.
And turned the computer on, and it's doing some kind of unasked for update against my will.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's stalling. And then it starts telling you how many minutes are left.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's lying.
Yeah. Those are just lies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know who came up with that.
It's like
It's just
nine.
a
absolute lie,
It's like working with a personal trainer, and they count.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 1, 2, and then they start checking their phone.
Uh-huh.
Do a couple texts, turn back 4. You're going, good.
Give me 5 more. Give me 12 more. Give me 13 more.
Am I correct in saying when it'll say 8 minutes left, and then 20 minutes later it says 7 minutes left? Okay.
Yes.
I think these computers are lying, and when this AI crap kicks in, they're going to take over.
I appreciate that with the little gas gauge thing on your iPhone, for instance, when it's updating, it moves across, it gives you something to watch. Instead of what would you do if it was just a blank screen?
Leave it and walk away.
You look at the line as it fills in.
Yeah, I stare at it. I stare at it like that.
Oh my God.
Oh,
does this look creepy?
Chick, sometimes do you stare at it for so long where you think it moved and it didn't move at all?
I go, okay, that's under the N in phone. Let me look here. Okay, wait a minute, hang on. And then you look away and you still see the phone. When you blink your eyes, there's the phone again.
I think a watched pot never boils, and a watched phone never updates.
Yep.
I see.
You got to go for a walk.
This is from Claire. Hey, silly birds. Thank you for the email, Claire. I only got to hear the beginning of the conversation on my way to work, so I'm not sure if this idea was discovered. You are talking about Larry Bird and having his own line of slippers yesterday, Tom.
I was just saying, I think do any of the elder statesmen of sports have their own line of shoes? Because a lot of the sports fans, there's a lot of guys that love basketball that are the same age as Larry, and they may not want to wear the shoes currently being worn.
Doesn't Adidas have a warehouse full of shoes they could just change to birds?
That's
it would really help them out.
I just heard a story about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Might save them billions.
As you might imagine, I am a member in good standing with the Adidas app and all that stuff.
And I'm a big fan of them.
I'm an admiral and all this. They just put up a couple days ago 2 new pair of Yeezys that you could participate in bidding on. So I don't know what's going on there.
Isn't that a charitable donation?
They're up.
Now, someone suggested for the Larry Bird line of shoes. And by the way, Mr. Bird has not contacted us, and I'm sure has no interest in any of
Mr.
it.
Bird.
Oh, and did that lady have a suggestion?
Yes, she said Larry should have a line of slippers so you can always, if someone needs a slipper, you can slip them the bird.
Oh.
Okay.
Slip them the bird.
What I was going to say, I like this one much more.
I liked it.
Birdenstocks.
You like that much more?
Yes.
Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks.
So not Birkenstocks, Birkenstocks.
Yes.
So clunky. Oh my gosh.
Real
is that
clunky.
That's clunky? It's better than flipping someone the bird.
No, that's a good tagline for that shoe. Flip them the bird, the shoe.
No, it's not.
Or slip
No one's
them the
going to.
bird.
That's great. Flip him the bird.
You've got to learn how to listen to other people's ideas.
I'm listening. It's just a bad. As you said, there are no bad ideas. Just that one is.
Shaquille O'Neal has a line of shoes, and they're all really reasonably priced. I'm looking at a couple sneakers here for $43.
I'm just like you.
They kind of look like they're an older gal's shoe, an older fella's shoe.
Oh, really?
You have a size 25 hoof. Dear people, my name is Jakin, pronounced Jaykin. Newer listener, first-time emailer.
Hi, Jakin.
He's
What's shaking?
Thanks for jaking in.
He'd like to thank us.
Thanks for not jaking off.
There he goes.
Leave yourself alone, will you?
Well, we enjoyed you while we had you.
I sent him an email and they said I was playing with myself. What the hell's that all about? Thank you for introducing me to the Chambers brothers for brine time. That's right, it's brine time. Brine time.
Brine time, baby.
Brine time, baby.
I used to listen to that song.
It's good.
And isn't it 12 minutes or something?
Oh, it is? Is it a long one?
And it feels longer because it slows down in that one part.
Yeah,
that's
There's a
right.
part in the middle with just that
Time kind of stops.
that clock sound.
Clop. I listen to your podcast version of the show 8 hours a day.
Whoa.
Jakin.
He listens once, and then he listens again to make sure, they actually said that.
Yeah. Well, that was a dud.
And he says, this is a joke. I'm trying a joke, Jakin says. Right. I'm much more ignorant for it. Listening to the podcast.
Sure.
By the way, I tell my Australian girlfriend I love her kangaroo burgers, but they make me jumpy. And all jokes aside, I love the show. Thank you, heathens. Yes, that includes Christy for all the laughs.
Oh, thanks.
There you go.
All right.
No, we did have. Who was here the day we had the kangaroo meat?
I was not.
Not me.
Did we eat kangaroo?
Yeah.
I never ate it. I don't know.
I don't remember that.
It was very real lean. And of course, the obvious joke. Everybody got jumpy. Okay, well, we'll have to do that again. I was just cooking. Are we doing the
Beer can chicken?
chicken today?
I don't know.
No, next week. Sorry.
If we don't, Ace might have to file a grievance with somebody because he wants that chicken.
I brought Ace and Omaha steaks today, so we are okay.
Oh, there you go.
How nice.
I forgot. I had this album as a kid, and I'd forgotten. That's a great song. All Strung Out Over You.
Boy.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I don't know anything about the Chambers.
Were they a
brothers.
part of Wu-Tang Clan's Enter the 36 Chambers at all?
I don't know.
They weren't. No, they
What
weren't.
a bummer.
Okay. In any event, the time has come today is a classic, and we've stolen it for the purposes of talking about pickleball.
That's right. It's brine time. Brine time.
Brine time, baby.
That's right. Brine time, baby. This is from Steve. I'd like to thank Chick. I'm now using the El Kabong as the notification sound on my phone.
That's awesome.
I love to see my coworkers' expression every time I get a text or a call.
I want this guy to get a text in a guitar store and just watch all the nerds with long hair freak out.
Put that back, man.
We also had a story yesterday about a Russian, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess coffee shop.
That's right.
Yeah, using breast milk. No,
Risk
threatened to.
Right there by Serbia.
They claimed they were using breast milk in their coffee, and then they got it went viral, and they said, "Oh no, we were just kidding."
Yeah.
Cream of the boob.
But everyone was asking if you ever
Coffee
tasted-
smile.
tasted breast milk. This is Good Morning Non-Adventurous Men.
What?
Oh, because nobody in this room has tried.
She said,
Or no one admitted.
I have tried breast milk, and it's good. Willie, you will love it.
Hell yeah.
Is
Hell
there,
yeah.
because you know with cow's milk they skim it, they can make it heavy cream, they can make it butter.
Right.
Is anybody doing that with some sort of yoga mom who wants her kid to be skinny, taking the fat out of her breast milk for her baby?
I hope not. I believe that it's all
exactly
It's all stuff they need.
Yeah.
You need the good stuff, right?
Right.
This says, Willie, attention. Breast milk is sweet and delicious. It's the golden chalice. There is nothing better.
Well, if it didn't taste good, babies wouldn't be so excited to drink it, would they?
No. Think about it. Babies are stupid. They haven't had.
You ever tried talking to a baby?
Never try having a conversation.
I was talking to one that crapped its pants. Idiot.
How you doing? Nothing. Playing with his hands or whatever.
This guy continues.
I know nothing about history either.
This guy, Mr. Pizzo, he says breast milk is also extremely good for taking care of insect bites and sunburn.
Really?
Shut up.
How about that?
No, this guy's just a creep.
I have no reason. I see what.
Baby, no, come on. I need it over here, please.
I don't know what it's called, but there are guys, or maybe ladies, females as well, they're into breast milk. It's a sexual turn.
This guy's wife just had their second baby 2 weeks ago. So congratulations, sir.
So she's still full.
Didn't we have a friend of our producer, Dean? Didn't he have a friend who drank urine?
Yeah, Dean gave us the thumbs
Wait a second, how did we get from drinking breast
drinking milk, it comes out of your body. It's just a short puff from
By the way,
urine.
ladies, if you have urine coming out of your breast,
You're upside down.
Please see a qualified physician.
Here comes old pissed.
You know
old
what?
PT.
Sometimes you just jam them together. It's way more fun.
I stand corrected. There is no bad idea.
I'm down with OPT.
That's a pissy bosom.
Crazy.
Who was that?
You don't know who it was.
That's a pissy bosom.
That's like some pre-code comedian who would make black and white.
I thought
Here comes old pissy bosom.
I thought it was like a shrimp boat guy.
More sports coming up, including Zach Edey's going to stay at Purdue. Jeff Van Gundy has some ideas on how to improve the National Basketball Association.
Van Gundy from Down Under?
I don't think he's from.
Well, I think we should do your research.
He used to be a head coach of the Knicks. And
Van Gundy from Down Under.
we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and how much he loves himself.
Oh,
yeah, that's
it's important to love yourself.
Sure it is.
Sure is. But
Can't love others if you don't love yourself.
This is ridiculous.
One day I'll get there.
And we'll have a couple more breast milk updates, I hope. Right now, it's time for a food update. I know we've got some food this morning we're going to be eating, as usual. I know Ms. Hooker is going to come in. A couple weeks ago, she made some HelloFresh. I want to say they were called firecracker meatballs.
Delish.
They were fabulous. And that's what HelloFresh is all about. It's about great food and at the same time about making things a little simpler in your life. Saving some time this great summer, HelloFresh does the shopping. They don't just send you recipe cards. They send you the food. They've also measured it for you, so you put it together, chef-crafted recipes, and they've got more than 40 to choose from every week with a complete array of food ideas, if you will, from the fresh and fit summer menu with calorie-smart stuff and protein-smart lunches that are available, plus good old-fashioned comfort food. They've got vegan stuff, lots of choices. They want you to be happy. It's easy to switch stuff around, too. So this summer, spend a lot less time meal planning and prepping. That's one of the great. Ever get that argument at home? Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to go? I don't care. Then you go somewhere. I hate that place. No, don't deal with that.
You know, it's exactly what I thought it would be, living with you and being in love with you. A little snapshot.
That's where HelloFresh
I want to eat.
is fun. It's fun to put it together. And, Willie, what's some of the stuff you've been working on?
Check out the pork sausage and shingled potatoes with broccoli and balsamic glaze. HelloFresh sends you 6 ingredients using only 1 pan and 4 easy steps. Put this together. I like to go outside, take the pork sausage, put it on the grill. You have a delicious dinner in 40 minutes. Check this out with HelloFresh.
Some of the stuff takes just 10 minutes. Details can be found at HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. The 16 stands for the 16 free meals as part of this special package. Did I mention free shipping? Well, I will. Free shipping. The code is BTShow16. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Do your taste buds a favor this beautiful summer. That's BTShow16 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. 8:16. Coming up, we have a Marvel Universe update of sorts and a rather bizarre condom story. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888.
Yes.
What do you
well,
got
you know,
over there?
I tell you, it's here's the thing. It turns out these big old studios and streaming services have decided they don't want to pay their people that have made them so much money.
Oh boy, here comes the
And
whining.
so, shut your mouth. You shut your dirty mouth. One of these days, you might write a screenplay. We're doing this for you. But anyway, we've had it, and we're not going to take it anymore because, I mean, otherwise, what are you guys going to do when you get off work? What do? You go home and you stream all this stuff, right? So you can see us beautiful actors and writers.
That's right.
But they ain't going to be around until we get a fair deal. So Dino and I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here you go.
All right.
Oh, my name is Drew Powell. I'm a star in Hollywood. But things are dark in Tinseltown, and it ain't looking good. The writers are on strike, trying to get fair pay. Nobody's writing nothing, so I don't know what to say. I got the blues, oh, down. I got them writers' strike blues, yeah. From the top of my head down to the bottom of my socks or feet. See what I need? Actors, we need scripts just like flowers need whatever they need. And I need to get back to work because I got a family to feed. All you networks and studios, sit down and make a deal. Things are gonna get ugly if I have to miss a meal. Lord, I'm down. I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry. I got them writers' strike blues. Duke, y'all better take a solo, because I'm just about to blow a fuse, you know what I'm saying? You know, I think it's time for Netflix chill. I think Netflix, y'all gotta chill. Come on, Warner Brothers. Help a brother out. Hey, Amazon, it's prime time to make a deal. Pay your fair share. Nice. Yo, Disney, tell Mickey Mouse to slice off a little piece of cheese for these writers. I'm mad, you hear me? Duke, I'm mad. Keep playing the blues, boy. I'm so mad, I'm screaming. All right, here we go. We're going to bring it home now. You ready? But I'm down. I got them writers' strike blues. WGA solidarity, brothers and sisters. United we win. But stay divided and we won't win. Like, see what I'm talking about? I don't understand. I need some help. I got the blues, man. Freaking pay them. Pay the people. I need a job. Power to the people. Let's go.
Yeah. Thank you, Aaron Brockovich. Drew Powell, all the way from Hollywood. That's a great song.
turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores.
Turtles and hoes.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or bed. When you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's bologna in our side.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore.
I think the fetching the towel deserves a thank you. The one guy called in that. Yeah.
Tossing the towel to you?
Sure, that deserves a thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, but you don't want to do a thing where you come out with a hand towel and you go, oh, wait a minute, you probably want this one, and then you throw the
big wet towel. No, you don't.
Implying.
What's something you were talking about earlier?
Stadium beers.
Your money shot you were saying was.
It's like 24 ounces.
So I don't know if this is with age, but I don't really have what you'd call a money shot. Mine just kind of quietly leaves the party. It's more of a will you take a check shot?
Kind of just slip out the side door.
Kind of moseys out.
That's my favorite joke of the year. Just kind of quietly leaves the party.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Present.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
He's going to do a song one of these times, right?
As soon as I write one.
All right, sir. There's Josh Arnold.
You can't rush perfection.
Well, that's his excuse. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Bet update I can cash out for $700, gang. I'm going to let it ride, though, baby.
Now explain this to me, please.
I bet a $40 bet on the Miami Heat to win the NBA Finals on April 18th, the day Giannis went down.
Is that BTO? Ride, 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 let it ride.
It is BTO. Absolutely.
A misstep or a classic?
I don't care for it.
Okay.
It's got a nice groove.
Yeah, I kind of like it, I think.
One of the
You're not
nicest
allowed
guys.
to weigh
One
in
of the
on
nicest guys out there.
Who,
is,
Bachman Turner or Overdrive?
Randy Bachman.
Overdrive. Yeah. Kevin Overdrive?
You're not helping.
I'm not hurting.
Oh, there's no one in the band named Overdrive, okay? I don't know where you got the idea that you could just spout off things like other than the backbone of the show.
I thought you wanted to hear a song from Pat. Now, Pat, I'm trying to think of what you had a song about yesterday. Did you have a song about the guy that got cut in half by the elevator in Berlin?
No, I avoided that.
It was in Berlin.
Jeez.
What's wrong?
That was a creepy story.
The horrible story.
I can't
that elevator is
half the man
terrifying.
I used to be.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dear
Fourth
people,
floor, menswear, torsos.
You can see the Paternoster elevators you guys are talking about used in the Netflix show Babylon Berlin.
And the way these elevators work is they are in constant motion.
Right.
You hop on them.
And you hop on it when it arrives on your floor. This guy apparently slipped, and it cut him in two.
And there's no door. It's just like a little cabinet you jump into.
Is there an attendant?
No.
No, it's imagine it's a vertical version. It's a vertical version of a Ferris wheel,
Right.
Essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. It's moving, or it's a vertical version of what are those doors that spin around called again? Revolving doors. I hate those things.
Oh yeah, not a fan.
You never know how many people are supposed to get in.
You're scared by those.
On a first date, Christy, if you were at a revolving door, would you get in with the guy?
No.
Okay.
Get you a chance for a little frottage.
No.
Hey, that's the word. We should have the word of the day.
That's a great one.
A word that you use that you never get to use. Do you know what he's talking about, Christy?
Nope.
I bumped my groin up against her butt.
It's a thing like on the subway if someone kind of gives you like a dry hump.
Yeah. That's called frottage.
Is
There's
there
an art to it.
Is it frontage or frottage?
I have always thought it was frottage.
Okay. Yeah, but in it, you don't have a song about the elevator guy?
No.
Okay.
Thank you,
How about
Pat.
this?
Killed by an elevator.
Instead of Elephant Man, Elevator Man. There, go ahead. Go nuts. Or is that a movie?
Is there a song called Elephant Man?
Was there a song for the movie?
I don't think
Kenny
so.
Loggins?
Don't look at me.
I'm all alone.
I do miss that like late 80s, early 90s era where every movie ended with either a Kenny Loggins or a Will Smith song about that movie. I loved that. That was the best.
I love Kenny Loggins.
Oh, king of the 80s soundtrack.
He's all right. Come on.
Oh, great singer.
He's all
I think he's kind of doing his last tour.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
He's logging off?
That'd be a great name for a tour.
I think that's what it's called.
Well, I'm proud. Will you tell your son you're proud of him in particular?
Give him a
that
hug.
joke?
It's a great joke. You will?
If it isn't logging off or Loggins and see you later, it should.
You two are on fire.
It's got to be one of the two.
I'm only dreaming to be at your level. That was amazing.
See you later.
See you later.
That is
According to this, this, what did you call it? A paternoster? This elevator?
That's it.
Boris Pasternak.
He builds elevators and
story.
plays chess.
I got it. A fireman named Dominic Preetz said that it was apparently descending from an upper floor when he got stuck, quote, in the elevator's machinery between two floors.
You know what his last words? You know what his last words were?
What?
None of my pants will fit.
You can give away my.
You know, he was alive for a while, laying there halved.
I guess I can sell my shoes.
Yeah. I mean, the guillotine, we don't know.
This old office held a, wow, this is a word.
I'll trade you my shoes for escape.
Yeah, go for it.
Ophthalmological clinic, in other words, eye doctors, and a physiotherapy center. So how nice of them to put a dangerous machinery in a building visited by people who have just had their eyes dilated and are having trouble moving.
How about this? Physiotherapy now with more carbonation. Is that anything there?
Oh,
You better talk to Willie. I think maybe he can help you.
Okay.
I can't. There's nothing there.
Physiotherapy.
No fun this morning.
This is why I'm very brand loyal.
About elevators?
Everything. Otis elevators, Tide detergent, Ivory soap. Yeah. That's right. Feel free to send me some.
Jeez.
Like a nice Otis elevator T-shirt.
It's time for the Aaron Rodgers update.
Oh yeah,
he's a Jet.
And
a Jet all the way.
And once you're a Jet, you're a Jet.
Hey,
from your first cigarette. Yes.
I have a contention. On the OTAs, whenever they show the quarterbacks are always off to the side and they're on those little exercise bikes, but they're not pedaling at all, chick. Did they just have those out there so the quarterbacks look like they're doing something while the team does actual work?
I think it's just bad luck. When you caught them recording, he was sitting on the bike. I'm sure that has something to do.
Watch Sports Center at any practice. The quarterbacks will be on an exercise bike going slow as ever.
Is that right?
Did you ever see the movie North Dallas 40?
No.
It's a great movie.
Oh, you should watch that movie.
It really is good. A professional football player that I know said in the day that was the most accurate movie ever made about the NFL. But there's a scene in which the quarterback, played by the brilliant Mac Davis, they're in the weight room and he's essentially lifting like a 2-pound weight and drinking a beer while everybody else is pumping iron. Very, very funny. Highly recommended. Now, I'm sorry. Back to our update about. By the way, Pat, mental note. We need to write a version of When You're a Jet all the way about Aaron Rodgers.
Sure.
Okay, one of the classics from West Side Story.
Oh, great musical.
Aaron Rodgers could be back fully practicing with the Jets tomorrow. He strained his calf.
Dancing at a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Tom and I were talking about this before the show this morning. Why, if you're Aaron Rodgers and you got $500 million, whatever he has, why would you... can't you have some privacy at the Taylor Swift concert is my point. Or he wants to be on social media with his buddies, I guess.
He wants
Hanging
to be
out
on
with famous
social
people.
media.
By the way, the Taylor Swift tickets, he got 2. That cost him half his salary. They're steep, don't you know?
Were they in a box? Like a suite? Or
No, but I've seen her wrestle. No, that's not right. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's private enough.
It's a better setup, I think.
Oh, here's Aaron Rodgers.
They were all 2 wipers.
Oh, yeah. Remember when he went to the darkness retreat and he had his bowel movements changed? His contention was
they were all 2 wipers.
Aaron, you said that you were shopping for a new car and you really wanted just one large windshield wiper.
Like the old Mercedes?
Yeah, like the old Mercedes. But you said you ended up not buying a car. Why is that?
They were all 2 wipers.
Oh, yeah, you wanted one. I see.
Welcome to Build a Joke.
I had a song for that.
That wiper on the Mercedes, did it contract and extend as it went across the windshield?
No, not mine. I had one of those.
You had one of those?
Yeah, the old 450 or 560 or whatever had one wiper.
Yeah, I remember seeing the one. I never had one or drove one, but I remember seeing the single wiper. Perhaps we should hear some wiper blades coming up. I do have a special trucker request coming up in just a couple of minutes. You want to give me the sports teaser?
What is coming up? That's a great question. Bull riding. You like the bull ride?
Sure.
I'll tell you all about bull riding. And evidently there's a casino with some trouble. Evidently the check was in the mail, but Major League Baseball's mad at a casino. They ain't paid yet.
Oh, is this the announcer thing?
Shh.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Shh.
Yeah, he scared me.
Shit.
Just do the one shh, and then stop. Okay. No, just the show.
Oh, and we got a funny tennis player's name, or a funny name in tennis. One of my favorite things.
And I think one of the weirdest stories, Willie, you're going to love this. Some researcher found what they believe is essentially the set list of a comedy show from medieval times.
Really?
I'm totally serious.
That bit writes itself, doesn't it?
Make sure you tip your mead, ladies, everybody.
It's literally from the 15th century. Well, we'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're...
Good to see you guys. What are you going to play?
We'll play So Many Roads. Here we go.
Okay.
Good, Sam. A little happier. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? You sound like you're taking a big shit.
We're not supposed to be happy when we're asking if we're there.
Are we there yet? Okay. The producers are in here. The minions are out there.
Okay.
Dad, would we say, are we there yet? We're like, are we there yet? You're already once again underscore.
Okay, Hitler.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Hey, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there? Diction. Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
This is not English class.
Dad.
That much of a T.
You sound like Mrs. Marshall. That's who you sound like.
I hope Mrs. Marshall doesn't have a voice as deep as mine.
And she teaches music too. And you're like, are we there yet?
I hope her voice is half as mellifluous and as witty.
Okay, now I sound like my English teacher, mellifluous.
Quit making up words.
Here we go. Let's go. Try it again.
Good morning to you. If sports is your thing, then you need to order Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way. You'll learn to butcher grammar like it's a dead cow.
Sometimes Charles do things and he does them for himself. See, what the fans should understand here is that Phoenix don't like to really set up half court.
Magic's Insights will teach you how to lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence.
You know, he's amazing. Every time he does something crazy or something.
Nobody can abruptly switch to a completely different thought like the Magic Man.
He's one of the best. If he get his feet set, hey, look out. And then also, he's having a good game. He had a good first game.
Contradictory thoughts in the same sentence? Like magic.
Kevin stumbled because his leg gave out on him in a sense. And so it's not 100% that leg, but he's doing, you know, he's playing really well. He's not like he's favoring it at all.
Magic. Mangler.
Dan Marley is continually to help offer Byron Scott.
To get Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way, call 1-800.
Oh, get it out of here.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Comedian Bruce Clark is our guest.
How about that Pictionary? You ever play that game?
Pictionary?
Sure.
Yeah, we almost got in a fist fight over that, didn't we, Chick?
Yeah, we sure did.
And you play with your friends, they're always drunk, too. You know, all your buddies are always loaded up. Playing there. I get this phrase, I draw it, you know, they're, hey, how about a guy frying his own penis? How about that? Yeah, what the hell's the matter with you?
That's in Pictionary.
Idiot. It's Peter Pan, you idiot. Right in front of you, you moron.
I'm just sitting down at the tattoo parlor with my daughter. And
no, stop right there. That's pretty scary.
I'm having my tattoos redone. She's 14, and she's going to be a freshman in high school.
She's very witty. She's a sparkling, wonderful girl. She's been on the show, and she better not get a tattoo, you idiot.
No, but everybody at the tattoo parlor thought she was 18, 19.
Yeah, going to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
so that was your daughter-daddy day?
Daddy-daughter day. We went to the tattoo parlor.
You went to a tattoo parlor?
Uh-huh.
Classy.
I kept trying to talk.
Here's the one I want you to get, sweetie. It's I know that's a lawnmower, and that's the Pink Panther.
No daughters, man.
I kept trying to tell her.
Sorry.
You know, if you ever get a crush on a boy, here's what you need to do: just tattoo his name on your shoulder and walk up to him and go, "Look at this! You take me seriously now?" You know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
that's great advice.
Mm-hmm. Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom.
That doesn't happen.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yeah, I am.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
One of these times we'll do a song. There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
What's up, man?
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk.
Well, I thought Pat was going to do a song about the elevator cutting that guy in half.
I had nothing.
Nothing. Zero. Zilch.
That story scared me.
Similar thing happened to me when I was in school.
What?
Yeah, there was an old-fashioned elevator.
Are you going to tell us you got cut in half by an elevator?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
There was a.
I used to be 9 feet tall.
There was an elevator that had a single pane window in it.
Mm-hmm.
And in other words, you'd walk in the lobby, and there's this elevator, and there was a single pane window, and the window had been long gone.
Oh.
And one day a guy wanted to see if the elevator was coming and put his head in to look.
And boy, was it, huh?
Yeah, he didn't graduate.
All right, hang on. Did it kill him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Cut his head
beheaded
off.
him.
No kidding?
Yeah, it was awful.
That's a true story.
Absolutely.
If I Google that.
Yep. I don't know if it's written up.
He didn't graduate because he couldn't wear the mortarboard.
Yeah. They could have sort of taped it on, I guess.
Bet he wish would have gone to the safety school there.
Furman Hall, I believe it was.
Furman.
Yeah. So there's no song about
He
the
was
guy.
an Ivy League guy, and he did that.
You know,
Different kinds of smarts out there.
Probably faked this way in like me. Now,
that is a real head scratcher.
We have
not for him.
Pat. I'm trying to think. What did you? Pat, did you do? I know you did
get the Aaron Rodgers audio. I had a thing for that. Remember the darkness retreat?
Oh yeah, remember
sure.
his bowel movements changed, and he said
They were all 2 wipers.
that's right.
Because he
1,
ate so
2.
much fiber. Was he eating just
Salads,
salads?
he said, yeah.
Much neater than
You have a
usual.
song about that?
Unfortunately, yeah. Every day looks like evening. It's just darkness the whole day through. I wake up in the morning and I have to go. Number 2, I've had nothing but salads. At this retreat, it's been no meat. Oh, it's so dark here. I can't even see my feet. Can't find the toilet. Can't find the toilet to hit the mark. But my movements are smooth now. Even when I'm deucing in the dark. Even if I'm deucing in the dark. Aaron Rodgers.
Thank you very much.
For your ass.
And better lyrics than Springsteen's on that song, actually.
That's a weird song.
We have Mr. McGee at the sports desk. We got.
Hey, great news for Purdue Boilermaker basketball fans. Their big man, Zach Edey, is withdrawing from the NBA draft and returning for a 4th season of college hoops. He announced last night, just hours before the declaration deadline, when they declare the 7'4" reigning consensus National Player of the Year last year, ranked number 72 in the most recent CBS Sports NBA Draft prospect
And a
rankings.
connoisseur of good food.
That's right.
Oh, they call him
Edie Gourmet.
Here's the
Edie
thing.
Gourmet.
Here's the thing.
Wow.
I think, how about Edie Falco has to marry Zach Edey? Then she would be
Edie?
Edie.
Oh. Also, what she requests of him.
Edie. They're Edie McClurg. You guys know who?
Oh,
Edie
sure,
McClurg
yeah.
is? She's in Ferris Bueller.
She is. Yeah.
Edie Brickell.
Sure.
I like her.
Edie's ice cream.
Edie Redmayne.
That's Eddie. That's Eddie.
I'm sorry. My fault.
The TV show Edie and Edie.
Isn't there a great Who album? Edie, Meaty, Big and Bouncy?
Beady.
We were talking about this guy that got cut in half in the elevator. Have you finished that song yet?
Which one? The elevator song?
About the elevator guy getting cut in half? Okay, good.
What is happening?
I don't know.
But we have an elevator tribute. That
We do?
This is a poem from Paul Gilmartin.
Ladies and gentlemen, a thought from Paul Gilmartin.
A poem called Free Fall Sex from the 7th floor. Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3, let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
The beautiful Paul Gilmartin. That is a fine piece of work. Every word in the right place and in the right order.
He has a couple elevator poems, doesn't he? He has another one about an elevator that is a little more actually in line with a disaster.
Yeah, we'll grab that one for you if you'd like to hear that.
Novak Djokovic in Paris, Tom, refrained from any political messages at the French Open. After a second-round victory, it was a struggle for a set, hours after a government minister criticized the 22-time Grand Slam champion's comments about clashes in Kosovo as not appropriate. Djokovic beat Martin
Martin Fudge something.
Martin.
What did I tell you before?
Martin, what'd you tell me?
I said no sir, no ta, and no fa.
All right, get a pen, Einstein.
Okay, I got one.
Martin F-U-C.
Yeah.
Sovics. Fushkovics?
Boy, I tell you
Let's
what.
just go with Joe.
Let's go. Can we do the Japanese thing and start with Fu?
Martin.
Yeah.
Fuksovich?
Can we, like...
Fuksovich?
I'm getting very nervous.
Did this guy
What
lose?
do you think? They're going to break in with guns?
Did Mr. Fuksovich lose?
Yes, to Djokovic.
Then we don't have to do his name tomorrow.
No.
Good. That's
No.
good. So we're okay tomorrow.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm keeping an eye on him. This is called The Ride. A new 8-episode Prime Video series, that's your Amazon, documents the peaks and valleys of the fearless competitors of PBR. That's right. Men who take their lives into their own hands by drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon. No, that's not right. It's Professional Bull Riders League, Tom, as well as those closest to them.
Have you noticed? I don't know where this started.
It's really becoming very,
This is
very
a
popular.
thing now. They did a really good one about IndyCar racing.
Yep.
They did a really good one about F1 racing.
And golfing?
And golf.
Yeah.
And did it start with the NFL?
Hard
Knocks?
I don't know.
With Hard Knocks?
Well, and they've done a bunch of them about soccer and about Australian rules football. Has also been on Netflix, a couple of those.
And I would say this, the better ones are the ones that are done kind of on the fly where they have to have it out that week.
I think you're right.
The IndyCar one, I was talking to one of the drivers about it, and he was saying, yeah, it's really accurate because there are places where it's boring. You know, this is what our lives are really like. Whereas the F1 one, they wait a year and edit it so they get it so it's all perfect. So these are really interesting. So tell me more about the one about the guys in the bulls.
PBR, the Professional Bull Riders League. Cameras followed an ensemble cast of PBR's best and most engaging riders, along with coaches and executives. It's the sport's 30th anniversary and the debut of its new team series competition. Expanding from the previous individual focus competition, PBR has never allowed as much inside access as this. Sports documentaries becoming more popular, fans craving content outside of competition. There's optimism that The Ride can expose an even wider audience, not wider.
I won't
wider
watch it.
Audience.
From what I understand, they didn't interview one bull. So it's clearly one-sided, and I won't have it.
They're only telling half the story, then.
Exactly.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I've been reading about bullfighting lately. Yikes.
Josh?
All of it, yeah.
I went to the PBR website, and they list their athletes.
Yeah.
Now, they have the bull riders, and they also have the bulls listed as athletes.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to name 3 athletes. I want you to tell me which one is the bull.
Oh, okay.
There's Rafael Jose de Brito. There is Jose Vitor Leme. And there is Flapjack.
Let me think. The bull, of course, is Jose Vitor Fleming.
Other bulls include Cool Whip and Ride Solo.
That's funny.
Oh, there's one bull named Ricky Vaughn. They gave a bull a real guy's name.
Wild Thing from Major League?
Do you remember the game we used to play, alternative rock band or Kentucky Derby entry?
Yep.
Horse in the Kentucky Derby.
It was very tough. That's hilarious. Now, coming up in sports, we
got San Diego Padres, Major League Baseball, and Bally's. There's some trouble. And just for you, Tommy, National Spelling Bee.
Chick, when you see a priest, if you see like a priest, in his collar and everything at a restaurant, you go, "Hey, Padre, how are you?" You call him Padre.
I do.
I could see you being a Padre guy.
Hey, Padre, let me.
I bet they love that.
I think that would be considered disrespectful as he looks at you and says, "Yes, what is it, future resident of hell?"
That's not true, and they can't send you to hell that fast. Okay?
They're connected.
They might be able to put a couple words in, but wouldn't you buy a priest or some holy man if you saw him? You'd buy him his lunch, right?
Sure,
absolutely.
I always buy. Yeah, I always buy the priest lunch.
It depends on what he's eating.
Are you kidding me? He gets free wine and crackers all day long.
No.
Now, some of them
I take about poverty.
do get
remember?
the free wine all day long. It's been
and their
All
experiences.
right.
There's a lot of crackers and so forth.
Let's see, where was I? Oh, does anybody remember the DJ Dangler joke about
wife cross-eyed or
no?
Going to the first rodeo.
Yeah, but he had a terrific joke about the headgear and the helmets. I wish I could remember. Maybe we can dig it up.
Oh, I remember. It's that you have to wear a helmet or you have to wear a cowboy hat. So you either have to be safe or look awesome. I butchered it, but that's DJ. Great joke,
DJ Dangler. God, he's hilarious.
I've never been able to wear a cowboy hat.
Really?
Deep, dark secret.
Not everybody can pull it off.
Idiotic.
What? I want to see Chick
Even more
Williams
so.
Jr.
Chick Williams?
You got to get one. Big George Strait hat?
Oh, maybe so. Maybe so.
I'm not sure Josh could either.
10-gallon?
Why couldn't Josh wear
No, Josh has his potential for fashionable hats is just off the charts.
Man, I have a lot of hats.
I saw Josh in the fedora, looked great. I saw one of those cabbie hats, looked awesome. That guy wore Fez, looked good.
I think like a Josh got pretentious beret.
Oh, you think so?
Smoking Gauloise. Pontificating about
lighting
Proust.
and such. Yes.
But right now, let's talk about something Josh knows a lot about. I'm talking about steak.
Oh, yes.
Oh, baby.
That's because I've consulted with the experts. That's right, the folks at Omaha Steaks. Father's Day, right around the corner. Get Dad what he really wants, Omaha Steaks. Perfectly aged, always tender, guaranteed delicious. The Father's Day experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to put a smile on the big guy's face this summer with hand-selected packages. Head over to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off your qualifying order. Packages can include fork tender, bacon-wrapped filet mignon, boneless chicken breasts that are air-chilled and just so flavorful, juicy burgers, jumbo franks, many more favorites. Whether he's your father, father-in-law, father figure, or a padre that you saw at a restaurant, he's the guy who was always ready to step up when you needed him most. This Father's Day, show him the love with the only gift that's as good and as unforgettable as he, the mouth-watering perfection of Omaha Steaks. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off this unforgettable gift, guaranteed to make your unforgettable dad's day. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that dads want steak. That's omahasteaks.com, code BTS at checkout.
That's right. I'm just making myself a note. I'm going to get some Omaha Steaks for my brothers because they're dads.
Oh.
It's a much better gift than a tie. Get dad steaks. Then if you're smart, you can go over to the dad's house. Maybe I'll help you flip the steaks, Dad.
Yes.
As soon as I finish these 4 beers. Okay. omahasteaks.com.
What's the name of your least favorite niece or nephew? Go.
That's a tough one.
No, it's not. It's Alyssa. We'll see you later.
Whoa.
What do we have coming up in sports?
Well, we've got the National Spelling Bee. We've also got a world record. And the world record is being shared by two different people.
Okay.
There's no clear winner. We've got a controversy.
And I hate the Spelling Bee. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. 20.
We have good neighbors. They're bad neighbors, but they're good to tell you guys about. Bad neighbors. 5 or 6 cars in the front yard at all times. Rotation, whoever's currently living there. And Daryl, he's the dad over there. He's their leader. He drives a hearse. That's his car. He doesn't work at a funeral home. They have German shepherds that run. I like dogs. I don't like these dogs because they just let them run around barking all the time, and they don't even tell them to be quiet. Like, they bark, and there's a new guy that's moved in on the other side of them, and he really doesn't like when they bark. So you hear them bark, 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 and then over the fence you hear, "Shut up!" Which always works, doesn't it? You know, when you tell your dog to be quiet, and he's like, "Oh, pardon me, sir. I had no idea I was causing such a ruckus. I'll calm down post haste." You know how your dog always does that, right? So I don't like that he yells at the dogs. I don't like the dogs, but I don't like him yelling at the dogs. So they bark, 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 and I hear over the fence, "Shut up!" So what I do is I go, "No, you shut up! Don't you yell at them puppies. That's disrespectful." And then I just go in the house, right? He doesn't know it's me.
Well, no. Tim has his guitar out. Are you going to
See, I hate Florida.
Why?
Well,
you're from Georgia. That's why.
Georgia people hate Florida. Why? Because we grew up our whole lives wanting to go to Florida. Put a float on top of the car. "Oh, my God, we're going to Florida." Drive 4 hours. Get there. Do you have a hotel room? Yeah, they're $100, unless you want to be near the water. Then they're $400. Okay? No, we don't want to be near the water. We want to sit in a hot-ass asphalt parking lot with a float on top of the car and finish up these pecan logs we got in Valdosta. So then a hurricane comes. They evacuate back to Georgia. Oh, my God, do you have a hotel room? Yeah, they're $100, unless you want to be away from the water.
I was part of the team that launched the first low salt, low sugar peanut butter into the category. It was called Simply Jif. It was targeted towards diabetics. I wanted to call it Type 2 Peanut Goo, but yeah, of course you don't feel good, Greg. You ate an entire rotisserie chicken at 11:30 at night. You shoved the whole thing in your fat face in 6 minutes, Greg. I think you ate the rubber band that holds the legs together. I mean, come on. My birth certificate? That document is 54 years old. I also don't have the Declaration of Independence. Because I don't know if you've ever seen an organic peanut butter kid go off the deep end. It is not pretty. Okay, these kids, they spend 18 years eating it, then they go off to college. They have one bite of a Jif sandwich. 6 weeks later, they're passed out on a park bench with Nutter Butters all over their face.
Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Well, no, my dad never yelled. He just stared at us. It just was a scary thing. Because, you're just having fun in the dark and just fooling around, jumping from the top of one bunk to the other and sometimes colliding in midair with another guy. Stuff like that.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden the light comes on. You'd be talking and messing around, and all of a sudden the light would be on, and he would just be there. And it psyched the heck out of us. And then that's when we knew he wasn't dead. There you go. and you just you ever see like the wildlife shows and the prairie dogs and their heads pop up and they spot the eagle? That's us at night when that light came on. All our heads came up, and there he was. And we're like, we'd go right back down real fast. And the thing was, once you know he's there, and then you're afraid to look. Right. And then all of a sudden the light would be off, but we'd all be thinking, I think he's still in here. So nobody. I mean, and you didn't even sleep. It just when the sun came up. Oh. And then when we said maybe he's dead, we were just like, oh, I hope he's dead. Yeah. And then we can relax. And then
I actually I have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, I just had a...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Hey. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hello. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold's there.
What up, Chick?
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
So how's the elevator song coming?
I finally got the story.
Finally has the story, so.
About the guy getting cut in half in the elevator?
Yes.
In Germany. Ouch.
Okay, yeah.
Cut in half. Seriously, how long do you think he was alive?
Not long.
I imagine you bleed out pretty quick.
Not long, but too long.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Like 5 seconds would be too long.
Yeah.
Well, do you think it hurt, though?
Well, it would hurt in a certain way to look over and see your legs walking without you.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't like.
I doubt that was happening.
I don't like those shoes from this angle. Looks really weird.
Why didn't anybody tell me?
Didn't that happen in like the sequel to Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, the brain.
Yeah, in Hannibal.
Yeah. He's sitting at the table with his brain up. Yeah, that was pretty. They kind of ruined it. They had a really good thing going in that. They kind of took it.
I mean, it's not inaccurate. You can do that.
Come on.
You can?
Yeah.
Sure, Christy.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Floyd.
I've enjoyed your Silence of the Lambs program.
Oh, yeah. Creepy stuff, huh?
Boy, I wish Chick and Josh would get together and do their little skit more often. Miss Christie, I reckon I should start calling you Miss Lee by now. On the chance you getting hitched on this last week.
Yes, I did, sir.
That fella of yours is one lucky guy. You're one heck of a fancy catch. Of course, those glasses you wear regular kindly remind me of a young, sexy Miss Sally Jesse Raphael.
Really? Yeah, I have some of those big red glasses, sure.
Well, except you still look as young as ever. And nowadays, you can't even recognize Sally. And on the count she's aged, looking more like a young Andy Dick than she does herself.
That's true. Have you seen her?
No, I haven't.
Yikes.
Bless her heart. I was thinking back to when Big D and me got married. It was a gorgeous day. Big D all dressed up, looked pretty in the face, carrying a big bouquet of flowers. I was so nervous, had butterflies in my stomach. My knees were shaking, sweating clean through my suit jacket. But that'll happen when you got a shotgun pointed at your back.
Wait a minute, was Big D pregnant?
No, it was just the first day of deer season, and her daddy didn't want to take a chance on missing one.
Okay. Nice.
We got married outdoors, and instead of ice, people were throwing corn, and that usually brings them in, you know. Sure enough, by the time we cut the cake, her dad Dewey got a 10-point buck on our wedding day. We tried to give him a grandbaby that same night, too, but ended up taking us nearly 23 years before our first boy, Travis, goes by Benny, came along. We called him the Miracle Baby. You know, between Big D's small uterus and my birth-bearing hips, the odds were kindly against us, but we gave it our all, though. Matter of fact, that first year, you would have thought our bedroom was a little Debbie factory, given all the load of cream filling I was squirting on it.
Thank you, Floyd. That's enough. I think it's time to go, Floyd.
Boy, that Taylor Swift sure puts on one hell of a show, don't she?
Sure does. Oh, she sure does.
3.5 hours.
It's amazing what she can do when she puts her mind to it.
Catching up over the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, with less than 20 laps to go in Sunday's Indianapolis 500. The car of a fan was damaged after a tire flew toward the stands and out into the parking lot. Fortunately, nobody was seriously injured, and Penske Entertainment has offered and will replace the damaged vehicle. This originally reported by the Indianapolis Star. The incident happened. Felix Rosenqvist's car made contact with the outside wall at the speedway, causing it to spin out, make contact with Kyle Kirkwood's number 27 Delara Honda. In that collision, Kirkwood's car ended up skidding upside down, and his left rear tire flew into the turn 2 parking lot. Now, those tires are tethered on there. They're not supposed to fly off like that just because of these situations.
We talked with Felix. Felix is a really nice guy. And
Yeah, I talked to him. He's awesome.
And I mentioned to him when he moved here, he was not aware of Felix Unger. I said, who's the most famous Felix?
Oh, God.
I mean, who would you say?
You never cease to amaze me about how embarrassing you can be for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a great time. Those guys get sick of answering dumb questions about racing.
Well, they don't want to hear about Felix Unger.
Sure he did. Now he knows. Did you know that the race car driver Will Power had never heard the great song Will Power by Gary Puckett and the Union Gap until I played it for him?
Great song. Wasn't it nice of him to pretend like he hadn't heard that before?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, the old bald guy. Yeah, no, he's doing it again.
Well,
The
did
Will
you
Power
tell,
song? Yeah, he did it again.
Did you tell Rosenqvist about Mountain and Felix is going to sing now? Is there anything about that?
No. Who do you think is the most famous Felix?
Felix the Cat?
Felix the Cat.
Internationally, I'd say Felix the Cat.
We talked about Felix the Cat.
Was he aware of Felix the Cat?
Yeah, he'd been informed. And I said perhaps a tattoo of Felix the Cat.
Does he know who Felix Pappalardi is?
That's probably. You think that's number 3 in famous Felixes?
Who is that?
Who is that?
The keyboard player or the guitar player?
He was in Mountain.
No. He was in Mountain with Leslie West.
Nobody knows who that guy is.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Felix, that's a good one, chick. Felix Pappalardi.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
that is. I mean, boy, you don't get many Felixes.
See, when you're talking to Tom at certain times, you have to start speaking Tom, and then he. Oh, that's amazing! Thank you, Chick.
Well, but Rosenquist is a great. He had a shot of winning. He's really good. But
we have any
that was pretty scary.
Any drivers out there named Oscar?
On November 13th,
See, he was not aware of
was
this.
asked to remove himself from his place of residence.
Classic stage play, movie,
from his
and
wife.
television show.
Deep down, he knew she was right.
Would you argue one of the best themes?
Yes,
absolutely.
The Odd Couple Suite. That's called.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's very good.
Yeah, but
anyway,
so wait a minute. So Penske's going to give this guy a new car.
Woman. The race
Oh,
was red flagged, but fortunately, both drivers able to get out of their cars under their own power. Like willpower, the tire blew above fans' heads, and according to reports, only one spectator was treated for very minor injuries from flying debris.
Yeah,
related to the tire.
What kind of car are they going to give the guy?
I think
Gal, you got to listen to the show.
Kirkwood's tire hit the vehicle belonging to a woman named Robin Matthews, who at first found the whole situation hard to believe. She said, "I didn't see it come down. I came down and they said, 'Robin, it's your car.' I thought, no, I thought somebody was pranking me, but it's a car. It's fine. Whatever," she said. "I love the race," and she'll be back. Matthews' white Chevrolet had to be towed, but she got a ride home from Indianapolis Motor Speedway president J. Douglas Bowles.
How cool is that? Give her a ride home.
And he let her kiss the bricks. She got to go out and have her picture taken. It was awesome.
Now, Doug,
they're going to be
Bowles,
giving her a new car soon. That's what it said.
And the fact that it's a Chevy, and Mr. Penske
owns a Chevy dealership.
Owns a Chevy dealer, among other million things. And his drivers are driving for Chevy. I think they should give her a Corvette. Do they have any extra pace cars lying around?
Probably a bunch lying
That's
around.
a pretty good looking Corvette this
I'd like to think Rodgers listening, and right now he's calling somebody going, "Can you get that guy to shut up?"
He's been saying that for years. Mr. Penske has.
keeps
can't
causing
stand it. Okay, famous Felixes.
Oh, my God.
I looked it up. They're all like Bolsheviks and
I
mathematicians.
looked it up, too. I didn't know any of them.
The only one I recognize is Felix Frankfurter. So I thought it was so funny to have a Supreme Court justice. It's also this. Hey, I'm Ted Hot Dog.
Oh, really?
I'm Felix Frankfurter.
Ted Hot Dog is better than Felix Frankfurter.
Yes, much better.
Maybe it's time to bring Felix back. A little boy named Felix is adorable.
Felix Arnold?
That is
you
a
like
great
it?
name.
Yeah.
You want Felix to
but
rise from the ashes.
There's no, you can't, there's no nickname. You know, hey, Phil, because that's what they called Felix in the Odd Couple.
No, Licks.
How you doing?
Licky.
Feely.
Little Licky boy.
Feely. Sounds like he's a creep on the train.
No, he'd have to be
What
a
do I
guitar
want to do
player.
here? Feely or Licky? Sir, we're going to have to take your son.
I'm from Child Protective Services. You're going to have
There are a lot of Felixes that in uniform. Let's just move on.
Sure, they were very...
Yes,
the
there
man
were.
The man is a Swede.
A Rosenquist, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of Danes. Some international, a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff out there.
There was a really cool story yesterday where Tony Kanaan got in the grass during the race. And so yesterday he and his kids went out and helped repair the grass in the infield.
That sounds like a punishment.
It was
for
cute.
The kids.
Had their little blowers out. Leaf blowers.
Did they bring the green beaded powder they have at golf courses when you make a divot?
No, but he got to drive one of those big Toro things, those Toro
those are
lawnmower things.
That's real fun.
Well, that's great. Tim Wilson had the best idea ever for NASCAR. He said that the cars should actually have a trunk, like a real car would, and then whatever product that they're promoting should be in the trunk.
They have to haul it.
So, like the M&M's car hits the wall and their M&M's. We're red flagging it. There are 50,000 M&M's on turn 4.
Yeah, that'd be a mess.
Well, I'm glad Felix is okay and somebody gets a nice car.
And that everybody's okay. My goodness.
That's cool. That's a cool story. Now, we have how's the elevator song coming, Pat?
Oh, I finished it. I don't know the chord changes, but I'm ready.
Hey, look, you take your time. You get it right.
If you need a few more minutes, that's fine, because we have a couple more elevator tributes. Once again, we've asked Pat to write a song about this poor guy. They don't give his name, but got cut in half. And what was the story again?
Berlin. Yeah, German authorities say a man died following an accident involving an old-fashioned elevator.
Ironic, there's now an east and west to this guy.
Yeah.
That's very good.
That's so nice.
That was all right.
Yes.
The Paternoster?
Echt ein
They call him Checkpoint Charlie.
No, the Checkpoint Char.
All good.
The man who was apparently descending from an upper floor got stuck in the elevator's machinery between two floors and suffered severe injuries.
And what was your contention yesterday, Chick?
None of my pants fit. No.
If you whatever your obituary says, you do not want it to include the words
caught in the machinery.
Yes.
Yeah. And these elevators apparently there's a number of them in Germany, and again it's like a
vertical
like a Ferris wheel. You kind of wait for it to arrive and you just hop on.
It doesn't stop.
They're called hop on hop off elevators.
So to be fair,
Yes.
this must be rare. This sort of accident.
Of course.
Otherwise, we would already have known about these.
But to be fair, this is so inherently dangerous.
Right.
I mean,
they should have been replaced by now.
By the way, have you ever noticed that no one ever reads those the last safety inspection when they get on an elevator?
I bet you do.
No, I don't want to know.
Dated 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't want to get on and go, wait a minute, this thing hasn't been inspected since 78.
Yeah, but isn't it just easy to go in there and write down today's date and walk off the elevator? I mean,
it's sure to hand the inspector a 50.
Yeah,
just write down the date, will you, pal?
I mean, the elevators in America don't fail much. I'd like to congratulate the Otis Company for making a fine product. Now, Pat, before we get to your song about this poor guy.
You've been asking him for an hour.
Now he must have waited.
Now he's ready. Now you want to wait.
I'm giving him time to learn the chords.
He's right there. Look, he's ready.
I can do it.
You got it?
I think so.
Okay, go ahead.
I think so.
Elevator cut a guy in half. Tom wants a song, but it won't get a laugh. Living in Berlin, oh, that's where the story begins. It was an old-fashioned jump-on, jump-off, not an Otis. Not an Otis. And isn't that the way they say it goes? Up and down, then splat. Get me a lawyer and we will sue them. I will call guy got cut in half. Poor dead German. Didn't survive the blows. He got cut in half. It was a bloodbath. Caught in the machinery. Imagine how his family feels. Man, they're gonna sue the elevator.
Thank you very much.
It was a little, but we got through it.
That's one of my favorite songs. Not that one, the Jim Croce one. No, it's just such a sweet song. We have another, speaking of elevator tributes, we got another one. This is another short one from Paul Gilmartin.
Two chubby, lonely strangers meet near elevator doors. They board, they chat, then find out that they're stuck between two floors. Pipeline Pat and Big Butt Bob, ignoring what's amiss. They share a glance, they take a chance, and cautiously they kiss. His tie comes loose, her shoes come off. Dare they try much more? A stomach groan, they're all alone. A briefcase hits the floor. Her girdle and his boxer shorts in minutes torn to pieces. Pipeline Pat, immersed in fat, whispers, "Take me, Jesus." I'll take you, Pipeline Patty. I'm your Big Butt Bobby. But as it happed, the cable snapped and took them to the lobby.
Paul Gilmartin. I love the word girdle.
And the word "as it happed," that phrase, which is only in poetry.
That is good.
As it
That is fun.
Is that HAPP''D? Is that what that
Maybe
is?
just one P.
Okay.
I forget. But yeah, exactly.
Very good. Paul Gilmartin has a nice podcast out there. Give it a listen. That's a brilliant, great poem.
The Gil Man.
We have more elevator tributes coming up.
More sports coming up, including the San Diego Padres, Major League Baseball, Diamond Sports, and Bally Sports are having some trouble with each other. I'll explain it as best I can, and Tom will ask an unanswerable question. We'll talk about the National Spelling Bee in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Scripps National
Who are they
Spelling
kidding?
Bee.
International Spelling Bee.
I just hate the fact that you've never heard any of the words.
What?
It's always the words they're spelling, and it's just so dumb. Here's a word that you'll never use ever. Spell it.
Spell it.
What happened to you the morning of the 5th grade spelling bee?
Yeah,
I don't think you know this about it. I threw a spelling bee in like 5th grade because I was embarrassed to stand up in front of the class.
Huh.
I didn't want to do it.
Did you have to sing in front of the class?
I did not. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you sing?
This is such I was a terrible singer then and now. I sang Deep in the Heart of Texas.
And deep in the heart of Shaker Heights, Ohio?
First time we're hearing
I
this?
got to stop everything. Is this really happening or am I dreaming this?
No.
The stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
I still can't sing. I was totally humiliated and embarrassed.
that's a weird
that's a
choice.
real thing. Getting up in front of a class is rough.
Yeah.
When you're a little kid, we never did it. Now they do it to kids early on so they get used to it. But I was terrified.
I loved it. Look at me. Look at me. Song and dance only in grade 3. Hey!
Yeah,
There's a hole in my heart only you can fill.
My daddy doesn't love me. First day, 3rd grade, Willie gets up in front of the class. Hey, how you doing? Anybody celebrating anything tonight? All right.
Any birthdays?
Any birthdays at all?
Okay.
This principal knows what I'm talking about.
All right. Ace, did you ever sing in front of the class?
Of course.
Of course.
Do you remember any of the songs?
I was in the chorus for Oklahoma.
No solos?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
You were in a musical?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You were in Oklahoma?
How strange that they wanted Old Man River in Oklahoma.
What part did you play in Oklahoma? I don't remember
I'm so sorry I asked.
all of Oklahoma, but I
Pat,
don't think...
can you write a song about anything? We'll be right back with that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see.
We're talking with comedians Mark Klein and Nick Griffin. Nick, anything new in your life?
Well, no. I mean, I'm just out there, trying to make it work. I think you got to try to enjoy yourself. Obviously, I'm a positive guy, very optimistic.
I've noticed that. That's what I like about you.
Yes, I feel
Is this your New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I feel like
2010's your year.
No, I need to be more realistic, and I feel like you got to enjoy yourself in the moment because in an hour, a day, a week, it's all going to suck again. Because that's life, right? Good, sucky, 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 sucky.
You say that in Japan, and you're going to have a great time.
It's true. It's just hard adjusting to the sucky part of life because when you first get to Earth, everything's sweet. When you're a baby, everyone's kissing your ass, hugging you, feeding you, and then boom, acne, erections, calculus.
This is a song so girls don't get anorexia.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, I wanna be a plus-sized model, the kind that can't run very far. Dee-dee-dee-dee. 'Cause if I could only be a plus-sized model, I know I'd be a big, big star. Please feed me. So some people get sensitive about it, but don't, because the beautiful women are the big women.
I agree.
And I gained some weight, then I couldn't afford to keep it. Here we go, and I want a carbo load without having to exercise. I don't want to worry if the fat goes to my thighs. I want to wear a plus-size brassiere for room. I want to eat chips and wash them down with beer. Well, I've got a plus-size dream, but I'm plus-sized. Ornery for the best job in the world goes to the bigger girls than me. They're all sluts.
payment and let the grace period expire. Diamond Sports own 19 networks under the Bally Sports banner. The Padres became the first team MLB will take over production of its broadcasts. MLB set up a local media department during the offseason in case this scenario happened. After Diamond Sports filed for bankruptcy in March, games will be distributed via cable and satellite channels in the Padres' home television market. There'll also be a direct-to-consumer streaming offering via MLB.TV. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
We have a guy who was caught smuggling 12 gold bars in his rectum. You got a story about it?
Oh, Neil Young. I'm such a fool, trying to be a mule. I just got busted with an ass full of gold. Must look suspicious, just being ambitious. They went searching, found an ass full of gold. It was in a butt crack fold.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
There's a new documentary out there entitled Sick. It's the winner of the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Award. The film chronicles the life and times of super masochistic performance artist Bob Flanagan. In one scene, Flanagan is shown hammering a nail into, then removing it from his most private part, which would be his penis.
Wow.
Boy, what if he misses and like hits his thumb?
Well, then that would hurt, Bob.
Yeah, there's a bone in there.
That's really going to hurt.
That's going to hurt.
Hold on a second. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bob Vila.
Bob Vila, the
Hiya, Bob.
famed home repair host. How's it going, Bob?
Pretty good.
Good. What can we do for you?
Hey, you guys are talking about something that's pretty common.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the home repair guys do it. I do it all the time.
You actually take a nail and pound it into your penis on purpose?
Heck yeah.
Now,
Really?
do you use a nail gun or do you use a regular traditional hammer and nail?
Oh, I'm not a conservative guy. Just use a nail.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I was at the hardware store the other day picking up a nail just for that.
Uh-huh.
And I took it up to the counter. The guy goes, that'll be $1. I go, great. He goes, that'll be $1.04 with tax. I go, tax? Wait, I am kinky?
Tax
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
I got one of those,
Yeah?
the calls on the phone, the guy's selling you something or trying to get donation.
Right.
He actually used this word, is this the man of the house? Is this 1952? Yes, it is the man of the house. I'm lounging on the divan with a highball. Why do you insist on calling during Edward R. Murrow? I'm furious.
Come on.
So I'm working on it. My wife said you learn a lot about yourself if you keep a diary. And that is so true. I've learned my life is brimming over with really boring activities. And now one more, writing in my diary. Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
In just a few minutes.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Coming up, we got a trucker request.
Oh.
Got to get to that.
Tom,
Also, I'm sorry, Josh.
I fear that we're upsetting people. There was a story out of Berlin.
Yeah.
And what exactly happened there, Christy?
A man got on an elevator, but he was going down, and if he slipped or whatever, but he got cut in half.
Oh, boy. Well, Dale has written. He says, please, will you stop reporting on the tragic elevator death of my half-brother. You see what you did there, Dale?
Half-brother. Well, nicely done. Well, speaking of, we got one more elevator request. Let's just get it in right now.
Bob and Tom Television presents the most exciting, action-packed reality show ever. Actual people riding in actual elevators. It's Elevator Talk.
Hey there, buddy. Hold the door. Hit the button. That's my floor. Don't take the stairs. You don't have to walk. It's time for the show. It's Elevator Talk.
It's Elevator Talk. This week's episode stars Craig Kitchen and Larry Morgan.
Hey, could you hit 7 for me there?
Yeah. 7?
7, got it. That's my foot.
Oh, sorry. Those are nice shoes.
Thanks. I need to shine now.
You don't have to walk. That was the show. Elevator Talk.
It's Elevator Talk, only on Bob and Tom Television.
I love the subtlety of that one.
Love it.
Yes.
They need to shine now. Now, would you say that because of cell phones, the embarrassment level on elevators has been substantially reduced?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
The awkward...
You're on your phone in an elevator?
I think people pretend to be on their phone in an elevator all the time.
Oh,
Here we
I
go.
never do that.
But it leads to potential embarrassment. Have you been in the elevator, you think your phone's on silent, you open Instagram or whatever, or the song you were listening to earlier, and now everybody knows that you're listening to Michael Bublé in your hotel room?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, Will.
Or, Josh...
Here we go. Porn.
Pizza porn. It's a throwback porn. Then came Bronson again. The man, the Harley, the male member. Yeah, no, I seriously, don't you think that...
I don't even take my phone out on elevators
I don't
because
either.
most of the time other people do. So
You
I
know-
can just stand there and be normal.
Can I tell this is a secret. What? I don't think I've talked about this on the air before. Tom, among the many things, he thinks that I don't like his advice, but this with getting a dog and this little nugget, when you're in a crowd, put your phone to your ear, whether anybody's on the phone or not, and nobody will grab you, and you can go, I'm sorry, I'm on the phone. That was Tom's little tip. And
It also
great.
works at gas stations when you get the guy walking up trying to solicit cash.
I don't get that guy.
Oh,
Yeah. Works in big crowds, gas station guys, ignoring your children.
You don't get the guy who walks up with a gas can.
I'm sorry, Willie, I can't
run
be
out of
at your
gas.
game. I'm on the phone.
Need
Hang on a
$2.
second.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, it's-
Nope.
They also say you're less likely to get mugged.
If you're on the phone?
Yep.
What?
Oh, because you can just go, hey, I'm being mugged, and here's where I am.
Well,
That
that's
kind of thing.
true.
Well,
Hey, I'll be mugged.
Yeah, but elevator talk. You don't find it awkward to get on an elevator?
Never have felt awkward
Do
in
you
an
talk to
elevator.
people on an elevator?
I will if somebody talks to me. Yeah.
Oh, but they got to talk first.
Well, I'm not going to just talk to some rando. I'm just,
Yeah, you get in the elevator, say, "Excuse me, hi, how are you? Have you seen my shirt?"
Do you think it would be
Hey, on vacation, I would.
possible for someone to talk to you to a sexual encounter on an elevator?
What?
You
No.
heard me. You heard every word.
Is it someone that I just met on the elevator? Or
Yes.
someone?
No. Willie.
Am I on vacation?
Yes.
100% I'm in. 100% I'm in.
Remember what happened
There's
to
not
what is
enough
it-
time.
Who was the tennis guy? Was it Bjorn Borg that?
Boris Becker.
Was it Boris Becker that
in the closet?
in a closet
at the restaurant?
Just hit on the waitress, and the next thing you know, they were in the broom closet
At a country club.
All right. Hey.
And apparently, it was
What's
all goes on.
condom free. Apparently,
your quickest pickup?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Christy, I mean, you know what my line is.
No, what is it?
I'm Chick McGee.
Ah.
And no, Chick's line is, okay, I'll marry you.
We're going to get real, huh?
Wow.
Is that what we're going to do?
Sorry.
We're going to get real.
Josh, do you?
My quickest pickup was about 3 minutes, and I'm not. It happened after a show.
You met a woman. 3 minutes later, you were doing it.
One of your
we
shows?
were not doing it. Yeah.
After you'd been on stage?
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, and this was before I was headlining. I was a feature, and I was in the back, this girl came up. She goes, "You know, my friend is really attracted to you." And I said, "Oh, really? Is she?" She's like, "Yeah, she's shy, but she wants to come meet you." I was like, "Yeah, tell her to come say hi." And the girl came up, and she was cute, and she goes, "Hi." And I go, "I hear you're really attracted to me." And she goes, "I am." I go, "You want to go in the green room and make out?" And we did, in that quickly.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty good.
Game on Arnold.
Man,
You're
amazing.
disgusting.
I'm impressed.
That's well, congratulations.
And we eventually went back to
Remember what Bob Crane, according to that movie, used to tell the girls?
What?
He would be in a bar where Hogan's Heroes, he'd have a bartender put it on the TV. And then a girl would come over and he'd go, "I'm Bob Crane. Would you like to go have dinner, maybe have a shower?"
That was his line?
That was his line, according to the movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
It's really disturbing.
Really uncomfortable.
Autofocus.
Bob Crane was the star of, he was
Hogan's
a DJ,
Heroes.
That he became the star of Hogan's Heroes.
He was a handsome guy.
He was, yeah.
He was also an excellent drummer. Mm-hmm. And he would sit in on drums at various, but he
strip clubs.
Was best friends. I want to get this right, with the president of whatever company had the first home VCR type device. Mm-hmm. And so this is what, in the 60s?
Late 60s.
So, but he had a video camera way before they were commonplace, and of course he used it primarily for porn.
Oh.
But there's a very disturbing scene where, with one of his buddies, they're watching a rather graphic erotic film together, and both decide to finish the job. It's very, very disturbing. Highly recommended. Some very fine acting in that. Coming up in sports, are we finished?
Tom Brady. We're going to have another Tom Brady update, and I still have to tell you about Major League Baseball, San Diego Padres, and Bally Sports.
Okay.
And the spelling bee.
And a world record.
And a world record.
And wedding news for Christy. You'll like that. Oh, yeah. It's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show.
I made this crazy movie called Freddy Got Fingered, and it was, I wrote it, I directed it, and it was a really, really crazy movie, and it won the Raspberry Awards, and people said it was the worst movie ever made, and all this stuff. But that was sort of the point, was to make the craziest
worst movie.
Yeah, kind of the point of it, right? So now what's happened is, and really what's been a really exciting thing about going and doing these shows is, people are coming out to the shows. They're bringing their Freddy Got Fingered DVDs, and it's sort of turned into a bit of a cult.
Sure.
Smash. I've gotten a call from the studio recently that said the DVDs have been selling through the roof. They've sold over 1 million units of the DVD.
And didn't I hear that you're going to do a director's cut?
I want to do a director's cut of the movie because because there are scenes that just when you edit when you do one of these commercial studio movies, especially a movie like that, they focus group it and you had to change things and tighten it all up.
Right.
So there are some crazy scenes that I'd like to get back into it, but also it's sort of just I think the irony of doing a director's cut for me personally is pretty funny.
Whenever there's a movie, there's always a porno movie that someone makes based on the title.
Yeah, it was called Freddy Got Fingered.
Okay, back to you, Tom Green.
People actually, to be honest, the things that people really like out of the movie are some of the sillier scenes, not so much the gross scenes, but people always come up to me and they say, "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" Which is this line from the movie. "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" So I sing that on stage. Come see me on tour. We'll be singing some of the hits.
Sing along. That's all right.
That's your Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah, that's my Stairway. The Bum Bum song would be my Stairway to Heaven. That went to #1 on MTV, the Bum Bum song.
When you Google Freddy Got Fingered, the first thing that comes up, the first line is Freddy Got Fingered quotes.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then you go to that page and the sausage.
Yeah.
The sausage organ comment is the very first line.
There's all sorts of very silly lines in the movie.
Yeah, there's a whole pile of quotes here.
Yeah, so I was in a rap group when I was in Canada when I was a teenager. That was actually,
what were they called?
We were called Organized Rhyme. We had a record deal when I was 19 years old.
No kidding.
Right out of high school with A&M Records, and we had a #1 hit in many
Canada?
markets in Canada. We were the Much Music Video Award of the Year for Best Rap Video. That was sort of the...
Is that on your website?
You can find it on there. Yeah, you can find it on there, and you can find it on YouTube. And, the thing, that was sort of my first sort of realization. Hey, I want to work in show business, I was sort of like, all of a sudden I had this record, and we were touring, and we were doing radio shows, and I went and started my radio show, and right after that, and... it was initially a rap music show that I turned into a talk show, which then turned into my TV show. I've had a lot of great rappers on my website too. Like if you go on TomGreen.com, you can see me rapping with Too Short and Exhibit. There's this funny video of me rapping with Exhibit where I surprise him with this rap that's ended up on YouTube. It's got 2.5 million views now, and it's sort of funny because you see these rappers who just aren't expecting me to start rapping, and then I start rapping in their face, which is fun. So.
Canadian rap.
Right back
Canadian rap. Yeah, you can see why you haven't heard of it.
Hey.
Canadian rap.
Tom Green is our guest.
Bob and Tom VIP.
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show, and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Al from the ABS News Center in New York. I'm Tom Bochow. In Bogota, Colombia, Brian Naranjo, age 18, says being small has its advantages, one being having a better view of girls in miniskirts, standing just 27.9 inches tall.
Wow.
Naranjo was named the smallest man in Latin America by the Guinness Book of Records.
27 inches tall.
Besides holding the #1 position, he fulfilled another dream by going to Disneyland, where he called the It's a Small World exhibit disappointing. In Stockholm, Sweden, Leif Borg, warning he would blow the courtroom into the air just 10 minutes earlier at his divorce trial, pulled dynamite from his briefcase and set it off, killing himself and seriously wounding his wife's lawyer, severing the lawyer's limbs.
Wow.
Witnesses said the explosion occurred during proceedings to determine how the couple's property would be split. For once, a lawyer got the charge that cost him an arm and a leg.
And on a high one, that a boy.
Good move. Good call, Tom. Throw away the script and get out.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Can I just say that I really love doing this program?
Oh, thank you.
As a comedian, this is like such a fun. It's actually entertaining and fun to do it. And as a comedian, you do a lot of shows, and I did a radio program a few weeks ago, and they introduced me as the bad boy of comedy. I never said I was the bad boy of anything, nor do I want to be introduced as such.
Where'd they get
Only in comedy do you ever hear that. You never hear that in other professions. You never hear, he's the bad boy of gynecology. See the guy putting on his gloves with his fingers cut off?
Had his finger in a dike.
Hey, guys, it's Eli.
Hey,
oh,
hi.
Hey, Eli. You nailed it, baby. It's about as low as it gets. You know what, Eli? You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Look, I was thinking, there's no need to get down. I mean, just because you're grounded at work don't mean you can't gain yards. I've got a fresh, hot Papa John's pizza you could run by the house. God knows you wouldn't want to try to pass it. You'd probably get picked off by the mailman. Oh, yeah.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Out online.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hello. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Yeah. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Chickster.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. We are not finished with sports yet.
Got a special trucker request coming up, but no, let's respect the sports desk and find out what's happening. Go ahead.
Is Tom Brady going to be playing quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders coming up this NFL season?
Oh, man.
No, Ace says.
League spokesperson, somebody from the league confirmed to reporters yesterday that Brady could take snaps for the Raiders, even as part owner of the team, if agreed to by a consensus of other NFL owners. 2 NFL-wide votes would have to happen in order for Brady to be a part of the Vegas ownership group and be under center at the same time. Brady would have to first receive approval from 3/4 of the league owners, 24 of the 32, to be finalized as part owner of the Raiders. That hasn't happened yet either. A proposal that has been submitted to the NFL. They are reviewing it. He would then need approval from 3/4 of the owners again to receive permission to play for the franchise while being a minority owner. However, Vincent Bonsignor of the Las Vegas Review-Journal reported that the owners may choose to only approve Brady's ownership stake in the Raiders on the condition that he remains retired.
Why would they do that?
They can do that because I don't know how, and I don't know if you can receive this information, but I don't think they think it's nearly as cool as you do.
I think it'd be
I know you
good
do.
story.
It's
a nice positive story.
I don't know if it's
a lot
positive.
of negative stuff.
What if he gets hit and has to eat soup through a straw?
And it messes up the line of reporting. Like, the coach has to have the quarterback under him, but the coach has the GM and the owner above him.
Absolutely.
So,
you don't think Brady would still follow that protocol? Though he would know. He listens to the coach.
God, I'm shopping.
He's going to talk about he's got to be on backup or whatever. He's going to have the younger guy play instead of him. And he goes, well, I'll talk to the GM about it. He's got to talk to the owner. And then he calls himself and goes, no, Tommy, you get to play today.
Oh, and by the way.
Now, do you think, let me ask you this, Willie. Do you think LeBron could do his final season and owning one of the teams?
I don't know if he wants to do that. I don't know if the NBA set up like the NFL where that can happen. I know that he wants to play with his kid. That's pretty fun. But, yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, well.
Brady has given no inclination that he wants to come out of retirement for the second time. The door appears to be open, though, in Vegas after reports the Raiders could void Jimmy Garoppolo's contract if he fails the team physical before the season starts. He has already failed that physical, but the Raiders said, fine, we're going to sign you anyway because it's got to get better. It's got to get better, right?
That man's got to heal.
He's flesh and blood. He's got to heal. And former Dallas Cowboys quarterback turned NFL broadcaster Troy Aikman, who I like very much. And that is not a joke. He floated that idea of Brady suiting up for the Raiders recently, citing his Brady's relationship with Josh McDaniels. Of course, they were together in New England and winning Super Bowls. You remember that, Tom.
It'd be fun.
If you say so.
It'd be fun. Be cool.
Okay. Major League Baseball will take over.
Aren't you looking forward to the NFL season to see how the Jets do? See if this big experiment works of throwing all this money.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
No, I'll just watch the game. I won't. I don't think I'll consciously think of that. I'll be interested to see how much Aaron has lost, how quickly he can divide the locker room, how fast everything.
I want to see how healthy he stays.
See, it is a good story.
Goes to Crapville. I don't know what the Raiders are thinking, or the Jets are thinking with his locker room. Salah's lost the locker room. Uh-oh. Okay. Major League Baseball will take over broadcasts of San Diego Padres games beginning. It started last night, Tom. Diamond Sports missed a rights fee payment and let the grace period expire.
Ooh.
Diamond Sports owns 19 networks under the Bally Sports banner. The Padres become the first team that Major League Baseball will take over production of its broadcasts. MLB set up a local media department during the offseason just in case this scenario happened after Diamond Sports filed for bankruptcy in March. Games will be distributed via cable and satellite channels, the Padres' home television market. There'll also be direct-to-consumer streaming offering on Major League MLB TV. I have no idea.
If those, I wonder if this goes very well.
With a nice wine? Oh,
the MLB will go, We could,
the
make
NFL.
all that money.
The NFL has a network. And Major League Baseball has a network.
We could.
Why don't we just take over the games?
Yeah. Maybe we'll make more money streaming this directly.
That's exactly right.
Don't the Yankees make more money with their streaming than anyone?
I think they are the most successful. And, Tom, the Scripps National Spelling Bee is down to 11 finalists.
Boring.
Many of whom flash their knowledge on stage by asking questions even though they know the answers. At times, spellers can identify roots so thoroughly that they show how the word is put together before they even start to spell it. They intentionally ask about roots that they don't believe are part of the word because the no answer can be just as helpful as a correct answer.
That's absolutely true, yeah.
Scott Remmer coaches 6 of this year's finalists in the spelling bee. That's right. Think of the NFL Combine and coaching those guys up to participate in the Combine and replace NFL college kids with spellers. And there's a coach that does the same thing for the spelling bee.
So this guy's like the Nick Saban of the spelling bee.
Exactly right. He gets them ready. The remaining spellers of the 11, they'll compete tonight for a trophy and more than $50,000 in cash and prizes.
How about that?
Well, that doesn't sound
wow.
I mean, 100, maybe 6 figures. Come on, 50K? Come on.
Some of those spelling bees
That'll
get
pay
challenging.
for a year of college.
I saw one where they said, spell your own name, and the kid couldn't do it.
What is wrong with you?
That was funny.
When you make me laugh at that, I see like a church.
Some of those names are very ungainly.
Stupid world record.
Do we have any of the words they had to spell? I mean, it's always something you'd never use.
One year, the last word, I will never forget this, was H. And the kid goes, what's the definition? And the guy said, the letter H. And there was a way to spell H. And the infuriating thing is the letter H is in the word H. It was like AITCH.
H.
The kid lost. He didn't know it.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You know what? The person that put that, I hate that guy. Are you kidding me?
Totally unacceptable.
I can spell all the letters. A.
E-Y-Y.
Right. B, B-E-E, C, C-E-E, D.
No, S-E-E. S-E-E.
S-E-E, C.
Here's some of the words.
All right, we'll give you the definition, Tom.
Wera.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to the mall.
Yeah.
Family.
We're going to be there soon.
We're an American band. We're an American band.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I love that song. It's an Australian spotted fish.
Of course.
How's it spelled?
W-I-R-R-A-H.
Of course, he says.
How about sirtaki?
Oh, I love the mushrooms.
Maybe you pronounce sirtaki.
What about Lady Talk?
Well, he's rich, but he has bad taste. We call him sirtaki.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lord and Lady Tacky.
Sirtaki is the outer membrane of a...
Josh, take a crack at it. It's a Greek circle dance.
Circle dance.
Circle dance?
Yes, as opposed to the spelling bee, which is a circle jerk. Complete waste of time. Sirtaki, S-I-R-T-A-K-I. Here we go. I don't even know how to pronounce this one. Micawber.
Micawber?
It's Micawber, and that is how a 4-year-old says Michelob.
Daddy drank too much Micawber and then hit Mommy.
A Micawber.
You didn't have to make it that dark.
It got ugly.
It could have been fun.
It was so cute.
It was adorable.
Trying to make this spelling be real. It's someone who is poor but optimistic.
A Micawber?
Yeah, these are words no one would ever use, ever.
It's a hand tool used in the reclamation of wool. Where's my Micawber?
I thought it was a derogatory term for a cold Irish person.
Exactly.
Micawber.
Here's one, Josh. Noctivagant.
Oh, boy.
Noctivagant, I think.
I'm going to guess it has something to do with the nighttime.
Very good. Very good.
Vagant?
Night vacancy. Night hotel.
It means wandering about in the night.
Yeah.
Also, it has that vagabond root as well.
That one almost makes sense.
Yeah.
Noctivagant. Okay.
Now, see, Tom, you'll watch all the action tonight, 8 o'clock on Ion TV.
Ion.
I will pass.
He doesn't know how to find Ion TV.
It'd be cool if they had injury
Josh watching Blue
timeouts.
Bloods on there.
Injury timeouts on a spelling bee.
My brain.
Some kid tears his ACL.
You're faking.
That'd be cool if they threw in pornographic words occasionally, or serious words about the human body.
Why?
Serious
To make this
words
thing
about the
interesting,
human
it's
body.
all this. These kids get some book with all the words. They just memorize it.
Yeah, they're working hard.
They're wasting their lives.
That's what
They're not
spelling
wasting their lives.
They're wasting their lives.
Don't your kids have spelling tests? That's what they do.
Yeah,
They memorize words and then they.
Yeah, take your phone. It's all there.
All right. Go ahead. Promote illiteracy.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Take your phone.
God.
He dismisses it. They're wasting their lives.
School.
Remember the famous UNM thing?
Yes.
We can come back with that.
Why? Is that the girl
Rebecca
screaming?
Sealfon.
No, we don't have to hear that again.
No.
That was hilarious.
You could tell the judge hated her.
Tell you what I can judge right now is I can judge quality food, and I like a quality steak, and I like a quality gift for Father's Day. What could be better than Omaha Steaks?
I say nothing, Tom. And Father's Day, well, right around the corner, isn't it? Willie, have you gotten your father a gift yet?
I get him a notepad every year that fits in his pocket because it's the only thing that he actually
And he
uses.
hates it, and he wants Omaha Steaks. Perfectly aged, always tender, guaranteed delicious. The Father's Day experts at Omaha Steaks, they've made it easy to put a smile on the big guy's face this summer with hand-selected packages. Head over to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off your qualifying order. I looked at your dad's notebook, the last one you gave him for Father's Day, and I opened it up and it said, I wish I had gotten Omaha Steaks. Those are the notes he's writing in there.
I just saw it was 1 through 7 and all my siblings' name, and I was at the bottom.
Because you got him a notebook. If you had gotten him a package from Omaha Steaks, including fork tender, bacon-wrapped fillets mignon, air-chilled boneless chicken breasts, juicy burgers, jumbo franks, or any other favorites, he wouldn't have put you last, Willie. Whether he's your father, father-in-law, or father figure, he's the guy who was always ready to step up when you needed him most. This Father's Day, show him the love with the only gift that's as unforgettable as he. Do not fail your father like Willie has failed his. Send him the mouth-watering perfection of Omaha Steaks. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off an unforgettable gift guaranteed to make Dad's day. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that dads want steak. That's omahasteaks.com. Code BTS at checkout.
No, while you're there, get yourself some of that delicious lasagna or some of those great Frankfurters / hot dogs. They're delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Their wiener. Are they the wiener the world awaited? I think so.
I think so.
That was
Jumbo Franks.
Yeah, they're Jumbo Franks. When we come back, are we done with sports?
No, more sports coming up, baby.
God. Plus, we have toothpaste in the news, video game news, and
I have a question. What is toothpaste?
yes. We'll
Yeah. Well, I was going to talk to you about that.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
All right, hey, ladies, thanks a bunch for helping us out today. We appreciate it. What we're doing, the usual routine, we're just going to record some voices. We need a group of women. You guys are going to be portraying sorority girls, all right? So you're in a sorority. And so we're going to get the audio of you guys kind of reacting to some things, a lot of giggling and laughing.
A lot of bouncing.
Giggling
and bouncing.
Bingo.
Good.
College. Yeah, and then Mark here is, Mark's going to go ahead and be our engineer and record all this and get everything down. And this is you guys all kind of, giggling and laughing, maybe like you're having a pillow fight or whatever, just, having a good time in the sorority.
That was good. I think we need to do it again now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little more jumpy, a little more bouncy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and try it again. Great. Okay, this next part, this is where Nurse Bob is telling you guys that you're going to pair off, and each of you are going to help each other with this. So you're going to make some oohs and ahs, and eventually start making some smoochy noises, like you're kissing or whatever.
Oh, well, April and I could just kiss, if that's all right. I don't have any problem with that. Do you think would that work?
I like making out with ladies.
Oh, well, no. You won't actually have to kiss each other or make out. It won't sound right. The audio will be all messed up for that, so don't worry about that. We'll just have you guys just fake it, make some noises and stuff.
What? No. Bad idea. Go ahead and kiss, or just pretend like you're kissing. Do what you were going to do. Have them do what they were going to do. It's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work.
All right, that was great. That was great, you guys. Mark, did you get that?
Yeah.
We all right?
Yeah, I got it. That was perfect. That was great. That was great.
Mark, your computer's not
what?
on.
Oh,
recording.
We better. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. One more time.
All right, sorry, you guys. Let's just try it one more time. We'll get the audio when you hear. Thanks. All right. And action. You guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what the hell's taking Mark so long in the bathroom, but we'll get back to it here in just a second. Thanks for your patience. Appreciate it. Where's Mark? Get back here.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Sexy thing, you.
Sexy thing, you didn't even try, Tom. Good job.
I hate that song.
You believe in miracles? You hate it?
Like hot chocolate?
Who hates hot chocolate?
I like the drink, not the band.
I love that song, too. It's got weird percussion.
Yeah.
That guy died. I was glad.
Oh, no. He drowned in a vat of hot chocolate, too.
Is it nice?
was real strange.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Hi, there's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Hi, there's Josh Arnold.
Pat, do you like the hot chocolate song?
I do.
Of course, there's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
You like hot chocolate? Have you heard of hot chocolate?
I love hot chocolate. Oh, no, I didn't know that's who sang that song. I love that song, though.
Really?
Now
You're on my list.
Yeah.
Giving it to me.
They also have Everyone's a Winner. That's an awesome song.
Everyone's a winner, baby.
That's for sure.
You like that one, Tom?
That's for sure.
Everyone's a winner, baby.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
We're going to be joined by
Tom.
from the Daily Blast Live. There he is from the
bet
Daily
Al likes
Blast.
it.
Speaking of hot chocolate.
That's awkward. It's Al Jackson.
I'll take hot chocolate all day and twice on Sunday. Come on now.
Yeah.
Josh, DM me. Slide up in there.
I'm not a fan of that song. Sorry. Do you like that?
Of hot chocolate? Is that a song?
I believe in miracles.
Do you remember
from Hot Chocolate?
Oh, I believe in miracles.
That's
yeah,
it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like certain songs were made unknowingly just for like food commercials today. Like that's like one of those, almost like 2 tickets to paradise is for every like Travelocity commercial. Not, it's like but I don't know. When would you listen to that song?
Right now.
This one's Everyone's a Winner.
This is like
Where you are.
2 hours into a wedding on the dance floor.
Yeah.
When you're making eyes, you know you're about to hook up.
Have you ever seen a more angry face than Tom has on right now?
Yeah, that's because Willie's expressing joy and Tom is like, let's get to the fun segment. Enough of this.
Well, here's the song. Here, turn that one off. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one you wanted to play.
Yeah, I believe in miracles.
I hate the guitar.
Love
What? Some buxom blonde in a 70s dance club.
It's got awful strings.
Doing a rail off the erect shaft of a...
All right, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, Josh.
I bet you like that vocal, too. The sexy thing.
We when I would paint,
Got the scissors.
Al, when I would paint houses, I'd be up on a ladder. And if that's one of the songs, if that would come on, I would climb down the ladder.
Wow.
To turn the radio off and get paint all over the radio.
That's like something that movie, A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks is about, just a curmudgeon that just shuts off joy and calls the HOA about a 6-year-old's birthday party going on past hours.
No, Al, I was 22 years old hating that song.
Oh, it starts early. You know what though, Tom? I like that you've been a consistent man your entire life. I really like that you never bend.
Al, I would be remiss if I did not mention we have a facial hair thing. I'm not sure what that's called. It's
I got a little patch here with the mustache. It's a little French artesian. Andre 3000, circa 1998.
It's way below the lip. It's not a soul patch, but it's more like you dipped your chin in.
Oh God! Here we go.
Hot chocolate. Is what's happening down there?
I don't know. I haven't shaped it up yet, and I'm trying to do that thing. I'm trying to cheap out on things now. I don't know about you guys. I find myself actively withdrawing from the economy, and here's what I mean by that. I just found that I make my coffee at home. I try to be economical. And I treated myself the other day, Christy. I was getting a haircut and my barber wasn't ready, so I got a cup of coffee. I got a hot latte, which I never do. I drink my coffee black like I'm working third shift usually. Mm-hmm. So I was like, let me get fancy. I got a small hot latte in a working class neighborhood, and it was $9.18. And I was like, I can't. I took a screenshot, put on the thread. Like, I can't. Like, what is happening with prices where now everything is backbreaking? You should just be like, we all know Disney World. Okay, we get it. But now it's everywhere where you're like, bro, I know what this place is. These are Costco fish sticks, which is fine. This is Costco ketchup. This is fine at this bar. But why is it $22 now? What's happening with the prices? There used to be like dive bars that had happy hours. It just seems like everything is like, I told you, I ordered that large pizza. I got a large pizza and a medium pizza. And that's usually a deal. I didn't even look at it when I paid for it, and I looked at my Postmates, and it was $70.
Oh,
yeah, that's
70.
crazy.
Yeah.
70. Josh, I will never. You know, like where you're like, did somebody get my card? I don't order out much, maybe once every 3 months. And it was so. I'm like, what? I don't know what is happening, but it's noticeable now, and I don't like it. I'm starting to get. I'm like Tom on that ladder now. I'm like, what's going on? Stop the fun.
Yeah.
So I'm confused what the beard has to do with this.
Oh, so I'm skipping a week of getting a haircut. And so I gotta shape it myself. So I'll do that this morning.
Because it looks like the beard's a little bit to the east as I look at you.
To the east.
Oh, it looks pretty centered to me.
You think it's
I
centered?
think he's got some white hair.
Right. I think what might be throwing is a little bit of, there's a longer gray hair on one side.
This is thanks, guys.
No.
I feel like an old man.
So, Al,
I should be sitting on a tree stump giving advice to kids.
Now, Al, if you just grow it out, because it's the size of a postage stamp, if you just grow it out for like a year, you will officially have a weird beard.
Tom, I'm on a national TV show. I'm not a roadie for Cypress Hill. I can't have a gigantic chin beard.
The Scott Ian kind of chin jutting out thing.
It looks good, Al.
Yeah, are they going to, do they, in your contract with Daily Blast Live, which is a national...
Oh, I just renewed yesterday for 3 more years.
Yay!
Yay!
And I like the new format, by the way. Do they have the... what's the word I'm looking for? Can they say to you, "Hey Al, lose the beard. Hey Al, don't wear those glasses," or "Hey Al, cut your hair"? Do they have any?
Tom, I am a whore for money. They can tell me anything, and I will do it. Anything. And I keep texting that to my boss, and he's not taking my hint. Anything.
Okay. Well, you always look very handsome on the show. You always are dressed up.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, very good.
Who knew? I love wearing suits, man. I love it. I really do. My dad wore suits his whole life. And I thought it was so classy. And I got to stand up. I was like, I guess it's track suits. And no, I get a chance to throw on some suits every once in a while. I'm here for it.
Making your dad proud.
You always look very
Thank
handsome.
you. Shout out to Otha up there swirling in the clouds.
Yeah.
Now, Al, we were talking about the spelling bee, which I hate. They make a big deal out of it. I think it's a complete waste of everyone's time. But they're always spelling words no one's ever heard of. It's utterly pointless. But speaking of words, your job is to educate me into the world of the hip, the lingo, the inside words used on the street.
Yeah, that's where I am. That's where you can find me.
As I ease my way back to the street.
Come on back, Tom.
In these streets. Back to the streets.
Ease on down the road.
I'm having trouble easing my way into the streets, Al, because there's so much construction by where I live. You can't actually access them.
Okay, the streets don't talk about construction a lot, but we'll get to that. We'll talk about that on a text thread. Tom.
Yes.
Please use the phrase booming.
Booming?
Booming. You can take the G off. Booming.
Booming. I mean, it's not the obvious. Business is booming.
No.
Is it referencing a party? As that party was booming?
You technically you could, but that's not where I would usually.
So it's not the obvious.
Is it referencing ESPN broadcaster Chris Berman, who is known as Boomer, by any chance?
I wish. Shout out.
Al, can a woman's backside be booming?
It can, and I think Josh just stole the round like Family Feud.
Booming.
Yeah.
Is this a reference to? Is this a reference to the great song "Baby's Got Back"? Is this referring to a large,
I think it's a Fergie
voluminous
song.
butt?
Fergie song. She says "boom, boom, boom," and she's talking about her butt.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
See, but right. I just always see. I am more something about Mary. I'm looking at this in the totalitarianism of it. So I always looked at the entire body as booming. So you'd be like, yo, I saw this girl, dude, body was booming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
Tom, but since you took it there, if we are just talking about somebody's rear end, what food would we use to describe that?
Oh, yeah.
What food?
Sure. You know this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I know this. I do. This is. She has a sliced onion.
A sliced.
Well,
booming onion.
Bloomin' onion. Is that it?
No, but bloomin' onion's very funny there.
That Sheila's got a bloomin' onion.
Oh, bloomin' onion.
Onion does apply to the ass.
Yes.
It does. It does. I'm thinking dessert. I should be more specific, Josh. Dessert.
Right.
Dessert. Oh, cake.
Tom, you know.
Yes. Baby's got back with large cakes.
She's all caked up.
Well, he immediately said, "Oh,
Look how
cakes, of course."
But Chick, when he said it, he sat up and smiled.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
he was just
did.
like, all right, Tom. Now let's take us out with a bang because you've done quite well today.
Thank you,
Tom. Tell me what it. Do this. Use the phrase, "blow up my spot," and tell me what does it mean.
Blow up my spot?
Yes.
Let's see now.
And no, it's not from an urban production of Macbeth. Blow up my spot.
That's excellent. I was admiring that rather than laughing. That's a brilliant joke, Josh. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Say how does it phrase it again properly? It's
well, Christy didn't mean anything by it, but she's kind of blowing up my spot a little bit. What am I telling you?
This would be upstaging you. You were in a particular situation and she blew up my spot. No? Okay, no.
No.
Josh, your thoughts? Willie?
Yeah, I would have guessed that.
I think it's kind of trashing on somebody. You're blowing up my spot. I'm doing my thing, and you're making me feel bad about it. You're blowing up my spot.
No, this is kind of like mid '90s.
Is it a positive thing?
No.
Okay.
Oh, how many positive blown up spots can you think, Tom?
Well, she had a small butt, but now she's blowing up that spot, and now it's like cakes. It's like cakes going, like her cakes are going boom, boom, boom.
Touche.
Oh, God.
Christy, you got a guess for me? Imagine being in a juke joint. Dark whiskeys deep.
Oh,
there's no bouncer. There's no, cops outside. It's just you on a riverbed, hot. Everybody's wearing a suit, even though it's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And just Mississippi, just like that. That's like real freedom, to just And it was such a tumultuous time, but just like that. Like now it's just like everything is like controlled. Like I would say even with the legal weed, which I'm fine with in a way, it's still like it's like having a party, but your parents are like, we got to be upstairs, where it's like kind of it's not really, but they're there, but you kind of have the basement. I kind of like that John Lee Hooker, like, yeah, there's some adults in here tonight. We're gonna have some fun. But if we're saying blowing up the spot, that's an interesting one. No, it's like trying to tell somebody's business and it might jam them up. So if I see Josh talking to a young, good-looking fan after a show, and I don't know what's going on, Josh is a very faithful man, but if he wasn't, I was like, hey, Josh, did your wife ever get your contact information for my party? And the girl's like, oh, I thought you were approaching me like you were single. And Josh is like, well, Al, blown on my spot. It's just like information you don't want divulged and trying to like kind of, it's a low key, like kind of shade you move a little bit.
Interesting.
So Tom, I need to hear blowing up spot in a sentence.
Okay. This is I can handle this.
Tom, you got this.
So let's once again have the scenario in which Josh is who is a single man, by the way, in which Josh is orchestrating some kind of horizontal mambo with some loose fan. And I overhear him, and she's talking about how she's vegan, and Josh is going, oh, that's funny, so am I. And I walk up and go, hey, Josh, the hot dogs are ready. See, I'm blowing up the spot.
What? That's yes, maybe in Mayberry. Yeah, that's a very nice way to blow up somebody's spot. Tom, let's take us out with a word that's going to be tough because it was a word that was early in hip hop, very West Coast. Tom, what does scanless mean?
Scanless?
Scanless.
Without scan.
Is scan short for scandal? No,
Tom,
it
that's a
doesn't.
walk-off.
No, it is
Tom,
a walk.
that's
The whole
Tom,
word is short for.
Tom, because the word scandalous, you could be like, oh, don't mess with her. She's scandalous. But it just got shortened to scandalous. But I was like, there's no way Tom will get that. And Tom, you got it right off the bat. That's when you just watch the ball go out and you just drop the bat. And the pitcher's like, I'm going to throw at your head the next time you come at the plate. That's how much of a walk-off that was. So, Tom, with that, I want to say, well done this week. So.
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Very, very good. Al Jackson is one of my favorite human beings, and Al is seen on DBL, the Daily Blast Live. Are you doing any outings as a DJ or as a comedian this summer?
I am. I have a bunch of dates. I'm publishing my new website as of this morning. I just have to transfer the domain name over. So all my new dates will be up there, and I'll send them to Justin and everybody, and they'll post that. But yeah, I'm actually DJing and emceeing my girl Erica Cobb's event here. I haven't DJ'd since pre-pandemic, so we'll see. I need to dust off I literally have to practice DJing in the house, like what an older gentleman I am. But yes, I will be DJing, and I think I might DJ a little bit this summer. I like that.
Good. And by the way, the particular shirt you're wearing, it looks like you could be on a spaceship. That looks like the uniform some space cadet would wear.
Well, if you notice, like, the longer the show goes, Chick and I start dressing more and more like we're both kind of tracksuits. We're both black men. It's happening,
Tell it.
Yeah, Al, you look like a strength trainer at Northwestern University.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very, very purple. Yeah, right.
I look like a disgraced track coach that has some text messages that were leaked. So, yeah.
Al, are you gonna keep the facial hair, and if so, are you gonna pluck the one white hair, or are you gonna dye
Well, clearly it's more than one, but now I thought that was like my little wisdom piece. But now, I'm gonna have to go stare in the mirror now and be like, are you really this old? This is like the beginning of a Just for Men commercial.
Tom was just focused on it. I'm sorry about that.
It's salt and pepper, man. Very distinguished. Good look for you.
Yeah, but it's just one dash of salt, and it's very pronounced. And now I see it in the camera. Tom, you were right there.
Sorry.
Fixate on it and embarrass me in front of the country. I appreciate it.
I'm sure
way to blow up his spot.
I'm sure your dad would want you to
well
say
done,
that.
Josh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Al. You're the best. God,
Love you, Al.
Hey, I love y'all.
So good. Now, what is the name of that kind of beard? Is there a name for that?
No, he told you there wasn't.
There's no. Well, we've got to give it a name. The Jackson.
Why do you have to name everything?
Because that way I can know what I hate already.
You know what you won't have to worry about naming tonight?
that's
A
great.
restaurant to go out to eat in because your food is being delivered.
Thank you, HelloFresh. Jess made us those delicious meatballs. They were called what, Jess?
Firecracker meatballs.
They were so good. They were from HelloFresh. HelloFresh, what do? Well, they do the shopping. They do the measuring. They send you the food. You put it together sometimes in as few as 10 minutes. I'm talking about HelloFresh.com. That's the place to go to find out about those 16 free meals. Hence the code BTShow16. So you go to HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. What's the latest? Well, they've got fresh and fit summer stuff on the menu, including Calorie Smart and Protein Smart lunches and dinner options. They've got vegan food. They've got good old-fashioned comfort food, more than 40 recipes every week. Get out of that rut and you save so much time. They're doing the shopping. They're doing the measuring. It's a great way to teach your kids how to cook, by the way. And Willie, what have you been working on?
Check out this Hall of Fame dish, the sweet chili pork bowls with bell pepper and candied peanuts. HelloFresh sends you 9 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In a little over a half hour, you're enjoying this delicious bowl that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
You get to kick back and leave it to HelloFresh to do 90% of the work. Sign up today for 16 free meals and free shipping. Free shipping, that's right. The code is BTShow16. You've been thinking about doing it, now's the time. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. As endorsed by Ms. Hooker over there, who is our expert cook/chef. BTShow16, HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Are we done with sports?
More sports coming up.
Oh, maybe setting a record. Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email.
Today, a little bit of an issue, something a little minor. Christy has a new boyfriend. She's officially announced the arrival of her new boyfriend.
Yeah, Yeah,
He just got here. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
she ordered him online. Yeah, come on.
No, I mean, you've been seeing this guy, and now suddenly it's okay.
We can go with it. Yeah,
we're going with it. It's official. And the reason we had to go with it is because this guy's name is Tom, my name, and there was some confusion behind the scenes. Christy,
I'm the only one named. I'm the original Tom.
Well, no, but Christy was telling stories. She'd go, well, this weekend Tom and I did something, and she would
I'd have to
tell about some exotic adventure they had, and I'd have to clarify that I had no part of this.
There has been some speculation on the show that Tom and I might be seeing each other this Tom,
but
and
it's
that's
not.
totally
Tom.
not true.
So you have boyfriend Tom, and then I will be plaintiff Tom. I think.
How about Boss Tom?
I like that.
Taking it off here, Boss Tom.
But see, since he's your man, he should be Major Tom, and I would be Minor Tom.
Oh, that's nice.
That way, since he's like the guy, you're major dude. Yeah. We'll have to settle on something. I kind of like work Tom versus play Tom. Or day Tom versus night Tom. But then sometimes you see him during the day. Like on a Saturday, you probably let him in, I assume, during the day.
No, he stays chained to the tree, Tom. He's not allowed in.
Sometimes we have lunch, I think there's a Starbucks in town that thinks that we're having an affair. It's great.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. Because you know how we meet at the same Starbucks occasionally. And,
I see.
The people that work there kind of give you that look like,
Well, that's because see, he's facing them, and when you look away, he makes funny faces with his lips.
That's probably true.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the standard.
Don't ever do that again. Keep your tongue in your mouth.
Sorry. That's a really creepy
That was like a lizard,
what was that? I missed
snake.
it.
No, you don't want to see it.
Let's just say Chick is the employee at Starbucks.
Yes.
And then I am facing them, sitting at the table.
And I'm sitting with my back to
You're
them.
sipping some annoying exotic
Don't
drink.
show me your tongue again, please.
And as soon as you look away.
You look away, and then he goes with his tongue, implying
that creepy pink thing come out of his face.
Revealed head-spinning collision of universes. Well, Across the Spider-Verse throws plenty more in its multiverse blender. Okay. And Enrique Iglesias, Ricky Martin, and Pitbull are joining forces for a summer tour. The Trilogy Tour kicks off October 14th in Washington. Martin says it will be a wild party from beginning to end. Summer, October. Okay. Whatever. Party on. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show, well, you know. Let's go to the phones and just go to the phones, huh? Good morning. You're on the program.
Hello, Mr. Insinuation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a.
Got a.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with my wife.
Okay.
And. Well, she's
not letting you, or she's not giving you.
Well, yeah, and
oh boy,
I was wondering how long that would.
She's not doing the.
Yeah. And
Okay. Have you tried?
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, but have you tried this?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Mr.
Now,
I.
have you followed? Now, if you tried that, follow it up with one of these.
Okay.
And then immediately after that, give it one of these.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
All right. Well, thank you for every.
That ought to get you.
Well, yeah. Okay.
You know. Okay.
All right.
Well, I see by the way we have a shortened show today, and thanks for calling today. And it's been the Mr. Insinuation show. The show,
You know.
right?
Sure.
Fabulous program. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Bobcat Goldthwait is here with us. I like goofy movies.
I didn't see Phantom Menace or the Attack of the Clones because I'm 40 years old and I've been so Star Wars, the Lord of the Rings, none of that stuff really. But like a jerk, I went to the Star Wars re-release. Have any of you nerds ever seen a Could you pick a out of a police lineup? If I had a and a donut and a mop, could you tell me the difference between these things? Because the day you actually see one, you're going to throw that stormtrooper cookie jar right out the window. You're going to go, what was I thinking about? I go, I don't know. We've been trying to tell you about it for years.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, catch the big game last night?
Well, what truly is a game when you really think about it? I mean, it's merely a struggle for conquest between competing rivals in a match to attain victory, so they can feel superior about a relatively inconsequential endeavor.
Jeez, sorry I asked. Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening.
5.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee over there at the news desk.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
Jess Hooker joins us.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
What up, big dog?
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Did you hear that thing about that guy getting filleted
I did.
in the elevator?
Yeah,
I don't think
heard.
that's filleted. I think it's chopped in half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to give it to her in a manner that she'd be familiar with because she's a chef.
Oh, I thought you meant like filleted.
No. I'm filleted on an elevator.
Hey there, etymologist. Is fellatio a root of fellatio? What is it?
Fellatio does involve the root. Yes.
Okay. Back to sports.
All right.
Sorry I brought it up.
Got that covered. Boy, oh boy. We have you, then we lose you. We have you, then we lose you. You're like a big old fish kicking off that hook. And he's not listening. Two diehard Marvel fans have both broken the same tattoo world record at the same time.
Oh, yeah?
Rick Scolamiero of Canada and Ryan Logsdon of the United States broke the Guinness World Record for the most Marvel comic book characters tattooed on the body with how many? It's a record for both guys. They share it. How many, you think, tattoos? Anybody want to take it?
26.
138.
138.
40.
I'll say 85.
Not to be a jerk, I'll price is right and I'll go 46.
Okay.
76.
76. A bicentennial. 52.
Oh, now mine's.
It's 34.
Oh, jeez.
Jess
That
got
doesn't
it.
seem...
it doesn't seem like enough.
46, without going
It's
over.
34 is plenty of tattoos.
How many
especially-
of those dumb movies have they made?
They've made a lot, and a lot of people like them.
Is this from this may be from the Marvel comic book
Oh,
universe,
yeah.
which is even more characters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, like a lot of people love this, and you're just a wet towel
Why
to be
didn't
around.
you are a giant wet towel. You're not even to be a blanket. You're just a wet towel.
And you gave him that story.
That's all right.
You didn't have to give him that one.
That's true.
You know what? I'm looking at these stories and I haven't bitched enough. Here, boy, do this Marvel story.
So that I might criticize you.
I need to complain.
So let's get the man who has the 34 tattoos from the Marvel Universe. Bring him up. He's in his parents' basement. Have him come on upstairs.
What does he got? Iron Man?
Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought it was going to be characters like.
I'd have to go Spider-Man. I think it's my favorite Marvel.
Spider-Man's the coolest
because he's kind of a smartass in comic books.
Does he do like Bruce Banner and his penis?
So that it grows?
When it gets
angry, if you will?
it turns into the Hulk.
He's got really bad jewelry, so it turns green.
First of all, it's not Bruce Banner. Do you remember?
Oh, boy.
Remember what happened?
What happened?
When the TV show came out, They changed it to David Banner because they thought Bruce was too feminine.
Really?
Bruce?
Yes. Look it up. That's exactly what
There was a time when if you used the name Bruce was a punchline, it immediately meant gay man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Wow. Did Springsteen solve that problem?
And I think Bruce Willis and I think a couple. They went, hey,
a lot of macho Bruce's.
Bruce Valanche.
Yeah, the macho.
Tom, what's your middle name?
Dad, what's your middle name?
Bruce.
My middle name is Bruce.
It's a great name.
Sissy Mary.
I like the name. I feel like it's masculine, actually.
Bruce?
I know
Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce.
Bruce
You got-
Florwax.
You got Bruce Lee.
That's how you say it.
You got Don't Bring Me Down.
It's how
Bruce.
you say it.
What is that anyway?
I don't know what they're doing.
You know what it is? It's
Another great
Jeff
song.
Lynne thinking he's more important than he is. That's what.
These tattoo guys couldn't be more different. One of them has them all on sleeves, and the other guy has his whole body tattooed.
That's Tupac.
Yeah.
Or Tupac.
Yeah, right there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Tupac's in Marvel Universe?
Well, on this
I had
guy,
no
he's
idea.
in his Marvel universe, included in.
Wow.
Would you, Tom, get a tattoo of like a West Side Story or anything like that?
No.
If you had to.
I wouldn't.
You would never
if
get
I
a
got in
tattoo.
an elevator with either of these guys, I'd get off.
Oh, wow. You'd be that attracted to him.
How about this?
Yeah, I would
How about
be like-
you would exit the elevator?
Elevator's not the only thing
look
going
like
up.
they're about to rob you.
You realize people
They're going to rob me, Willie.
tattoos
Look
are
at
very
them.
popular.
No, but look at those. Look at those. Look at the weird beard in that guy.
I've said it
They're both
before,
his
and
normal
I'll
beard.
say it again. People with tattoos are losers. Okay?
I kind of did like it better when it was just badasses who had tattoos.
You think so?
I beg your pardon.
What?
No, you're a badass.
I mean, it used to mean
not feeling
you'd been at sea, you'd been to Shanghai. Now
Yeah.
it means you've
You're
been
a
to the
veteran,
mall
yeah.
and you got Tweety Bird in your boob.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a hot tattoo.
We need to hear from a girl with Tweety Bird on her boob right now.
Have her brought to it.
Now, aren't you having your tattoos removed?
I am.
How's
Yes.
that going, by the way?
It's really slow. It's going really
Is it
slow.
excruciating?
Yes, it's very, very painful. It's far more painful than actually getting the tattoo. However, it's a lot less when you're sitting there. You only sit there for about 20 minutes.
Would you rather be getting a tattoo removed or sitting in this studio?
You know, Josh, it depends on the day.
That is the most common answer we get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, back to famous Bruce's.
Yeah, you know Bruce the Shark? You know who that is, Willie?
Yeah, that's
Who's
I was
that?
going to say that.
What's that? Is he a
Who's
superhero?
Bruce the
That
Shark?
was the name of the Jaws shark.
Oh, got
That's the kind of wit that Spielberg carries around with him.
Now, okay, Jess, do you know who Bruce Dern is?
Oh, yeah.
Laura Dern's husband.
Oh, close.
Laura Dern's dad.
Yeah.
Dad. Oh, okay. So-
Really good actor.
Yeah.
He's okay.
King of Marvin Gardens.
I love him.
Yeah.
One of the classics.
I keep
Nebraska.
He's great in that.
That's a good movie.
How about
King of Marvin.
Bruce Dickinson? Do you know who that is, Jess?
Bruce Dickinson.
No, I don't.
He's been in our studio twice.
Oh, really?
Producer, right?
Oh, he's a rock and roll star.
Oh.
In what?
Iron Maiden.
Oh, sure.
Isn't he the pilot? Is he the pilot?
yes.
He's a licensed jet pilot.
Yeah.
And he's written a couple
Isn't
novels.
that the one with the
Very cool.
giant puppet on stage?
Well, Eddie will make an appearance.
Yeah, it's all about the music.
Sometimes
with those
kick
guys.
him from
Yes,
behind.
sir.
And,
They could do an acoustic set, sure.
how about Bruce Boxleitner?
actor?
Oh, yeah.
Tron.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Hornsby, the great musician, great pianist.
Right.
Yes.
I know you think you're hearing wrong notes, but I assure you they're correct.
I love Bruce Hornsby.
The comedian Bruce.
Sure.
There you go. All right.
He's so Brucey, they named him twice.
The Bruce so nice they.
Wherever he is, he's hungry. I can tell you that. Oh, go ahead.
Other famous people with two names, Sirhan Sirhan.
Oh, God.
The assassin so nice.
Humbert.
There you go. So we're 1 for 3 in the likability category. Is that sports?
Yes.
Oh.
That is sports.
Ah, finally.
And so help me if we come back and Christy goes, I'm running out of news. I'm diving over the...
I said a word.
This is what you farted for.
I'd rather hear that than, I don't have that story.
Well, you got to look.
Christy, if looks could kill, I would be a pile of ash.
There we go. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. It's going to get better. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, hi. We're hanging out with comedian Ron Ramey. Chick McGee doing double duty. Chick's trying anything else?
What's the most dangerous thing about starting a new relationship with a girl, fellas? That's right. What kind of pet does she have?
Oh. I was going to say finding out she's a psycho.
And what does it mean about her?
Well, maybe depending on the kind of pet, you can tell she's a psycho right away.
This is from holytaco.com. If she has a big dog, what she thinks it says about her. I'm not like those other girls with their tiny yappy dogs. I'm a strong, confident, independent woman who's making it in a man's world.
I see.
But I love big dogs, though.
What it really says about her is a big dog says, I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. Really? What the pet is thinking is, please stop using me as a body pillow and grinding on me in the middle of the night. I'm not your boyfriend.
You took a perfectly good strike.
There's no grinding.
No grinding?
A small dog.
Okay.
What she thinks it says, I'm not just adorable. I'm really adorable. I'm so adorable that I have a living accessory. All the cool people are doing it. I'm just like a famous celebrity. What it really says, I want to be exactly like Paris. So if you're looking for a stupid, annoying, talentless woman like Paris Hilton with a little dog, I'm your girl.
Really?
Or maybe it says, I like a little dog.
What does the pet think?
What the pet thinks is, if that purse she carries me in is full of used condoms again today, I'm going to bite her.
I miss my ex-wife.
This is a mean website.
Here's a cat. What if she owns a cat? What she thinks it says, I'm responsible enough to care for another living creature, but I don't want to have to pay a lot of attention to it. That's why I have an animal that I could potentially leave alone for a few days, and it would be just fine. What it really says, having a cat, I don't like having guys spend the night at my house, so I adopted one of nature's ninjas to scare off any non-regular visitors using a razor-sharp pounce attack in the middle of the night.
Ouch.
What the cat is thinking, come on, dude, that I'm not familiar with, show me something dangly. I dare you. What she thinks it says, owning a fish. Fish tanks are sexy. I know this is just a small bowl, but it still oozes sex. This fish depends on me, and if it lives past the first day, people are going to know that I'm responsible enough to take care of another life. What it really says, one time I had sex with a biker in the parking lot of a county fair, and he spent $26 winning me this goldfish to remember him by. I forget his name, but I call the fish Nemo.
Okay.
What the pet is thinking, that whore hasn't fed me in 6 days. My water looks and smells like a sewer. And finally, a parrot, what she thinks it says, I enjoy having a pet that's interesting and intelligent. I am an exotic person, so I have a pet that reflects my personality. What it really says, if you own a parrot and you're a girl, my grandpa died recently. He was known locally as the crazy bird guy. So he left me this temperamental, awful bird to remember him by. What the parrot is thinking, squawk, F you, F you.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7. We have a guy that is, I mentioned earlier, internationally famous for a little something. It's the only talk show devoted to the artistry of the bass guitar. It's a little thing we like to call Bass Talk. Wow. It's the Bass Talk Show with Mark Christopher Roman on the bass.
Yes.
Marcus, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Well, this bass player, he was having trouble finding a gig.
What a surprise.
Yeah. So he decides to take a part-time job in a funeral home.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So he's working with a funeral director, and they're late one night, and a local guy named Stanley Smith had just died. And he's there on the table in front of him, and they're just amazed at this guy's certain body part.
Oh.
It's incredible. It's astounding, actually. It's bigger than any porno stars you've ever seen.
Wow.
So between the two of them, they decide this has to be saved for posterity.
Mm-hmm.
So they remove the body part. And they, well, who would know, right?
Right.
So they remove it and they stick it in this great big glass jar with formaldehyde. Well, the bass player decides he's going to take it home and show his wife. So he takes it home and he sets it on the table. He says, honey, come in here. You got to see this thing that I just brought back from the funeral home.
Yeah.
So she comes in and she takes one look at the jar and she goes, oh, my gosh. Stanley Smith is dead?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can see why people flock to the airwaves to hear the fabulous show.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Actor and comedian Jim Gaffigan is here with us.
Oh, that guy is funny. He's very funny.
He's great.
I'm a big fan of his.
We were talking about your great love of food.
Yes,
that's exactly what I was going to ask him. When you're in the refrigerator, I know. Didn't you say that you were a vegetarian? So.
I'm not a strict vegetarian. I eat beef and pork. and chicken. But not fish, because that's disgusting.
Sure.
How can you tell when fish goes bad? It smells like fish either way. Oh, this smells like a dumpster. Let's eat it. I can't believe we're still serving fish with the heads on there.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you always feel like that eye's looking at you like, hey, you don't mind if I watch what you eat my body? Yeah, don't be distracted. A little tear comes out. You can just tell yourself it's butter.
Yeah.
What if a fish was listening?
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom. Pumpkins, here come the mummy.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Jess Hooker is here.
Hello.
Resplendent in green gingham. Gingham. There's Ace Cosby.
Yeah, gig 'em is what you do to the fish, right?
Frogs.
Frogs? You gig frogs, you don't gig fish?
You gig fish.
Dig 'em is what...
dig 'em.
I can dig
Sugar
it.
snaps.
Yeah, sugar snacks.
I can dig it.
There's Willie Griswold.
I can dig it. She can dig it. He can dig it. They can...
Who knows what happens now?
Hey, Ace is going to kick
Ace
your
took
ass.
the time to turn the mic on. No.
That's not going to happen on my watch.
I'm checking here. Tom, stand by for grazing in the grass.
Gingham, is that the pattern or the fabric?
I thought we discussed this before.
We may have discussed it before, but I've forgotten. Remember who I am.
I thought it was the pattern.
Plain weave cotton fabric, usually striped or checked.
Oh.
Okay.
And a cotton fabric, usually woven of two colored yarns in a checked or striped design.
Oh, I can dig it.
Makes me so nervous.
Can you dig it, baby?
Are those friends of yours, Tom?
Friends of distinction?
That was such a great song, and then, you know what you have to do? Put words in there.
Look, the first version, the instrumental, it's too cowbell heavy.
No.
It really is.
Hugh Masekela.
Well, I hate the cowbell bit. I'm down.
I know that.
Officially,
I know that. As Ace would say, no.
More a cowbell. Okay, yeah, Christopher Walken.
But that song is just simply too cowbell heavy. All right?
All right.
You mean, you're talking about the Hugh Masekela version of it? Like?
No, the Lenny Kravitz version. Yes.
Listen, no, that's
Knock it off.
That's because he's doing it.
No.
Okay, that was a real knock it off, by the way.
Well, my point wasn't even made because Chick was bowl in China shop. Stomp, smash, crash, bang.
Hey, who wants to go with Williams and Sonoma with me? All right.
Less cowbell is what you're saying.
Yeah, can you play it again, that first part there?
This is grazing in the grass.
You said the wrong word.
Grazing in my ass. Okay. Here we go. Hugh Masekela.
Don't touch that bell.
Well, that is a lot.
Hey, stop it.
He thinks he's killing it, too.
Yeah, that's
Just
too
too
much.
much.
You're right.
Remember, of course, he played at Monterey.
Yeah.
Monterey Pop Festival?
Please,
No,
Yes.
no,
please.
no.
He's mentioned in the great Eric Burden song Down in Monterey.
Down in, even the cop day, down in flat singing.
He goes, you must
Go ahead, play Down in Monterey. The worst vocalist in the history of the world.
Bad.
No,
awful.
It's a great song.
Eric
It
Burden
is
is
not.
wonderful, but
Yeah, he's the guy that did Spill the Wine.
Oh, yeah, I love that
Spill the
song.
wine.
Yeah.
Dick that girl.
I don't think she said dick.
Did he say Dick that girl?
No.
Dig.
Dig.
Dig
Leave those
that
girls
girl.
alone, Dad.
We are in
says,
such
"Dick
trouble.
that girl."
Sorry about
Hey,
that.
you gonna dick that girl? Can you imagine? That's how one of your buddies referred.
Hey, is this a new girl?
Here we
I
go.
assume he's not saying girl, by the way.
Here it is.
Play the start. That's my favorite part.
Is he saying?
No, he talks for a long
He's
time.
No. But I mean, what's he saying?
Take that girl?
Spill the wine.
We
Take
looked
that
it up
girl.
once, and the lyrics were bizarre.
It could be
Real weird.
Spill the Wine, Tilt-A-Whirl, perhaps.
Yeah, wait.
Dig that pearl.
Oh.
Dig that
Pearl, is it? Reference to.
We lost. Oh, we gotta get that speaker
gotta
fixed.
fix
We
that
lost.
up. Eddie, take it.
I was once out strolling one very hot summer's
I was
day.
once out strolling
This is the
one
part you like?
very hot summer's day.
When I thought
I'd lay myself down to rest
He's high.
in a big field of tall grass.
He's got the band War behind him, so it's kind of a nice groove.
yeah, it's hard to make a mistake with him.
You're telling me you don't like a rock star going, "Are you ready? Let's party," but you like a guy reading his weird poetry before the song?
I didn't say that.
Yes, I do.
Now,
I didn't say that, Willie.
Hugh Masekela is the guy that does.
I noticed Chick was lying every time you.
This is the grazing in the grass for you. This is for you, Jess. Since
Thanks,
you're
son.
paying attention.
Okay.
That is not
That
me.
is way too much cowbell.
And Mr. Masekela, a trumpet player, maybe a flugelhorn. I can't tell. See now he played at Monterey, and he's mentioned in that great song by Eric Burden.
Masakela's music was black as night.
This is awful.
They should find all the copies of that and erase it.
No, it's a great
It's
song.
so bad.
The festival was great.
A little dated.
Everybody said Tom at once.
It's a great song.
In your mind.
Now let
You like that, but you won't listen to the Miracle song we were listening to earlier?
I hate that song and
That's
everyone
nuts.
who played on it.
There's
That hot chocolate. Oh God, the guitar's awful.
I don't know about that.
Shake those shoulders with me, Tom. Let's go.
You get up and dance to this? You can't dance to that. Monterey song.
I was strolling one day. Oh,
Yeah, it's the horrible use of violins. God, those session players should have their arms cut off.
Al was right, though, because I think the guy wrote that song thinking he'd be super sexy, but now it's just used to sell, like, chili roasted almonds or whatever it is.
Flowers.
It's still fun.
But it's snow.
Car horn.
That's my horn.
There you go.
That's why he likes it.
Jeez.
That's nice.
You Masakela.
That's
great
good stuff.
We're trying to
All right.
educate Jess into
Thanks,
the ways
Eric. We're not going to get one better than that. Let's go.
Let me
Raise
try
a glass of
another
rock.
one.
Okay. Christy Lee is at the news desk. Now, there's a wedding story here I thought I'd feed you because you have just gotten married.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't have a signature cocktail, and apparently that's the latest wedding trend. Wedding planning website The Knot notes the practice of serving signature cocktails is one of the few trends that is staying power. According to a survey conducted by the site, 40% of couples had a signature cocktail at their wedding in 2022.
Don't brides get a nice? I want my own drink too.
Actually, I think it's a cost-saving measure. You just have the
offer 'em
ingredients.
two different options.
Yeah, you have two different. Yeah, you have the ingredients for that drink.
It's about making everything about them.
Couples choose to feature a classic
their
cocktail they enjoy together, or, as Jess mentioned, offers guests the option of two different cocktails, each representing one half of the couple. They also partner sometimes with a bartender or craft their own cocktail recipe.
They craft their recipes.
Craft.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To serve at their wedding. This just happened. I attended a wedding and they had craft cocktails.
So one for the bride, one for the groom.
What'd they call them?
I don't remember. I knew you were going to ask me that. I can't remember.
I think the groom had a brown Russian, vodka and prune juice.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Who's wedding?
Silly.
Christy, was it stuff like the gin and tonic, maybe?
Yeah, it was
like
their
J-E-N,
classic.
yeah.
Their classic cocktail.
Was it free or was it a cash
No, it was
bar?
free. It was free.
Oh.
Rock the cash bar.
Rock
the cash bar.
So Reeve don't like it.
The father doesn't like it.
Have you been to a wedding recently where there was a
someone
cash
I know
bar?
just went to a wedding, and it was a destination wedding involving quite a bit of gasoline, et cetera, and it was a cash bar.
No.
Yes. That'll be reflected in your gift. You can have a drink called Marriage on the Rocks.
I think it's fun stuff. It's the gin and tonic. It's the Dan Hatton. It's just silly little puns, and people got to have their drinks.
I like the Dan Hatton.
I would throw it right in Dan's face. Dan Hatton. Oh, isn't this something?
You could have done. A Christy Teeny.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah.
I would have done a French 75 or something.
Of course,
I'll do you
pretentious.
French 75. You do the 69 like I taught you.
That's right.
Patrick on
Hey, the sniper.
From him.
Joseph Patrick.
What'd you call it, Pat?
Pat said, you do the 69 like I taught you. She said she wanted a French.
Is that the groomer? Is that the Little Red Riding Hood joke?
You're going to eat me like the book said. Yes.
She wanted a French 75. They're very popular.
They are very popular.
What is that
right
drink?
now. It's usually gin, simple syrup, prosecco, and
I'm out.
I'll try that.
Why is
I
it called
prefer
75?
it with elderflower, so it's
okay.
usually
Of
a
course, the older
77.
flowers are tastier.
Why is it called French 75?
I don't know. Came from France?
I guess French 39 would come with a white flag and a cigarette.
I'm not sure where it came from. It just became
Hey, you know where
really
it's
popular.
quiet and there's no one else in my compound? That's right. And I've got her all locked down, Tom, with the do-it-yourself, install-it-yourself, design-it-yourself, Simply Safe home security system. And you know what time of year it is, Tom?
Security time? I was busy over here doing something.
Vacation season, that's right. How would you like to have peace of mind out there on the beach? Your home is monitored around the clock by trained agents, ready to defend your home against break-ins, fires, and other threats. And Simply Safe arrives at your door. Easy to set up yourself in about 30 minutes, or you can have Simply Safe's certified technicians install it for you. And they have financing through a firm. You can secure your home today and just pay installments over that time to fit your budget. And you can stay in touch with your compound from anywheres, no matter where you went on vacation, with the Simply Safe app. You can disarm your system remotely, check your cameras to make sure everything is okay. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. Go today, claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Coming up in the news, I've got to be very careful. I got to get my lips wet.
Now you're telling us to be careful.
Yeah. Duck hunt.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Are you familiar with duck hunt?
The game, yes.
It is the game.
It is
Yeah.
a game.
Making it
yes.
worse.
Yeah.
Duck
That's a game, all right.
hunt. Okay.
You're making it worse.
Is that a drink? Duck hunt
can be.
69.
The French 75, by the way, goes all the way back to 1915 in World War I.
We'll touch on all this when we get back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7 comedy.
Any bugs come out, it's not my fault.
I know.
I'm just going to cover just the edge of your nostril. Breathe through your mouth.
That's freaking out. A little bit.
I thought you said you were a mouth breather.
I am. I did not expect to be attacked. I didn't expect what just happened right there. I'll be honest, that freaked me out.
I don't know how the wax stays on the stick when she yanks it out.
The sticks just how long does the wax take to dry?
Just a couple minutes. It's not long, yeah.
So Pat has a stick sticking out of his nose.
Oh, boy.
And the wax is coating the hairs in his nose. But now you'll notice his hands were in fists, his legs are crossed, he's all tensed up. Gotta relax,
paper towel, though.
Yeah,
Relax.
gotta relax.
It's okay.
Gotta relax. I have a stick sticking out of my face.
That is pretty funny. I have to admit.
Now the wax is drying, and
You want to make sure this is really good and dry.
Oh, I would hope.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I want people to know, I'm a firm believer that you need hair in your ears and your nostrils, but we're just getting just the stuff that's sort of visible, yeah.
So like that gross guy at the store, the clerk,
Yeah, where
with
it's
the
hanging
nose
out.
hairs hanging out.
That guy. Yeah, the guy who's making your sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want the nose hairs.
I kind of feel like I'm drowning.
Drowning?
Can't
Being
breathe out.
waterboarded kind of thing?
You can't breathe out your nostril.
No, you're fine.
Don't breathe out of my nostril?
No, you don't want to suck it up into your nostril.
No, then we got a problem.
Yeah, then we have a major problem.
It's a whole
The NFL will ban us from all broadcasts. And, yeah.
The story that.
Oh! We did it! We did it! I didn't know we were doing it. I did not know she attacked it. She set me up there. Oh, boy.
That's the key.
But you have to see this. Can you see those hairs?
Holy moly, look at where'd that thing come from?
That's wax. That was in your nostril.
That was from my mustache.
No, it wasn't.
How much hair is it?
Let me see.
Oh, is it bleeding?
No, it looks great.
How much hair is it?
If anybody ever checks out the inside of my nose.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Wow.
Better?
Do you guys understand? She was setting it up, like patting it down, like checking on me, and then all of a sudden, one pat down, wham, stick out.
That's the key. That way you're not
I'm not going to fall for it next time. Oh, boy.
Okay. Well.
Fellas, this is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Morning, Bob and Tom show.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Fine.
Guy's down in Florida. He's reading the classified ads, and he sees an ad that says talking dog, $20. So he goes to the address, lists on the paper, knocks on the door. Guy answers the door. Guy says, I understand you got a talking dog for $20. And he goes, yep. He goes, can I see him? He goes, yep, he's in the bedroom. So he walks in the bedroom, dog's laying on the bed, remote in hand, watching TV. Walks in the room, the dog goes, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I can't believe this. You're a talking dog. What are you doing down here in Florida? He goes, well, I started out in New York. I used to teach other dogs how to lead the blind, and then, well, the Gulf War broke out, and so I went over there and I brought medicine to injured soldiers and rescued soldiers, and that was over. I came back to New York, and I was on Broadway for a while. I was in Riverdance. And of course, you had the tragedy with the Twin Towers, so I helped out there and started sniffing for bombs and things like that. And finally, I decided I'd had enough, and I was going to come down here to Florida to retire.
Mm-hmm.
The guy can't believe it. He walks back in the other room, the other guys. He goes, what's the deal? Why are you selling that talking dog for $20? The guy goes, 'cause he's a big liar.
That's a good one. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Lowell Sanders is here with us.
I'm on the road.
Are you
now, Lowell,
single?
are you a single man?
Yeah, I left a wife in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
I see how it works.
Police should have found her by now. I'm kidding. They won't find her.
Ain't no way. You're that good, aren't you?
Wow.
It's an old Eskimo trick of how to catch a polar bear.
Now, what you do is you go cut a hole in the ice, right? And then you take little peas and you place them strategically 4 inches apart all the way around the hole, right? And a polar bear will crawl up and he'll look at it and very much curiosity is what is going on there. Now, when he bends over to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow.
Sorry to hear that.
Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control more.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Jess Hooker's here.
Hi.
And there's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Hey, and I'm Chick, and here's Tom. Hello, Tom.
Sure there's no more sports?
Reasonably
What, do you
sure.
hate me?
No. I just knew that if I said that, you'd get really mad.
Actually, I do have, according to Sports Illustrated, Jeff Van Gundy, former coach of the New York Knicks, was asked during a conference call about what he thought could be done to continue evolving with modern basketball coverage and helping keeping consumers engaged with the broadcast. Some, much like baseball, think it's too long. NBA games tend to drag on too long.
I think this story is too long.
Here's what Van Gundy said. Well, the quote, the thing I would do is I would try to get it a 2-hour window, no longer. My biggest rule change would be to eliminate free throws until the final 4 minutes of the game.
What?
So if you're fouled in the penalty, you just get the 2 points. If you're fouled in active shooting, you'd get the 2 points or 3 points until the final 4 minutes of the game.
I would go the opposite of this because in the last 2 minutes of fourth quarter of an NBA Finals game, there's always so much fouling that goes on, and they're taking so many free throws. I would think that's the spot you want to get rid of it.
I'd also cut back on halftime, Van Gundy continued. I think it's a waste of time. Cut it down to like 5 minutes. We don't need a long halftime,
Yeah, that's done for concessions.
Then we also wouldn't have to hear the term halftime adjustments.
If you get rid of halftime, you're getting rid of the best show on television. Shaq, Ernie, Kenny, and Chuck talking during halftime.
That's okay.
And if you're at the game, you get the guy that has the 4 suits on either side of him dancing. You see that guy?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is he still out there?
I hope so. I love that guy.
Him, Dog Trick Guy.
Dog Trick Guy.
Quick Change is a good one.
Quick Change, yeah.
Great.
Quick Change is amazing.
And the lady who balances the chairs on her head.
Yes.
Is quick change what it sounds like?
Yeah.
Somebody's just doing quick changes?
Oh, it's
amazing.
amazing.
Josh, even you would enjoy it.
I don't know about this.
Have you seen the Village People? The one guy, and he has 4 puppets. That's hilarious. All the Village People.
It is mildly amusing.
What? First of all, I'm sure you'd be at the concession stands and miss it anyway.
Man, you hate everyone today.
He does. Hey,
Getting rid of the free throws is terrible. Like,
man deserves a pretzel.
I've had a long day. It's my dinner time. What am I supposed to do?
What I'm supposed to.
I mean, I don't know.
I think it's fine the way it is.
The baseball thing seems to be working.
The baseball thing is incredibly successful. Yes, the pitch clock is fine. You don't even see it now. So, yeah.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
I don't think they're going to do that in the NBA. I'm sorry, Christy, we've been waiting all day to hear some great news from you. What have you got?
Oh, boy.
Go right ahead, Christy. Jump right in.
Thank you.
Go right ahead. Yep, right about now.
No one say anything, guys. It's all Christy now.
All right.
According to Vice's Motherboard, researchers have discovered what appears to be a medieval comedy act. While reading a 15th century collection of booklets, James Wade, a professor at the University of Cambridge, noticed a joke. The joke suggested that the texts were copied from the repertoire of a local entertainer, essentially a minstrel's set list. He said the booklets are composed in forms conventionally aligned with the live performance. The set list was apparently performed in front of a live and interactive audience. The jokes mock peasants and kings alike.
How about those peasants, huh?
And those kings.
Those peasants.
Look at the frock on this one.
Don't they smell?
Hey, thanks for coming to the show. Why didn't you bring your teeth?
Where are you
That's
from?
pretty good.
Mess up the
You
You couldn't say Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia? I'll talk slower.
Come on, folks. I'm getting paid in mead tickets and turkey legs tonight.
Hey, who died and made Arthur King? Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
I'm here all week. Try the ox. Okay.
Now, Pat, your analysis as a touring comedian, what would happen if you were doing your gig in medieval times?
Oh, I'd be a lute act.
A lute act, of course.
They put me up in the Comedy Castle. This place is gross.
The closing joke.
Do they?
Somebody hit me with a mace. A mace, Christy, is that ball with the things on it.
Oh, that would hurt.
Not the contemporary spray.
On the back.
This is
I wonder
really
if they
interesting.
have any of the jokes published.
Stuff that they had was so hard to understand, but I guess it's the notion that they were essentially touring. They could tell that they were in different places. And one of the jokes was something like, hey, it's quite a party. They didn't give me any booze. Okay, pretty weak. But,
I bet it killed back then, though.
Oh, sure.
In a drunk room, that works great.
And, of course, you want to be careful. You don't want to get beheaded.
Here are
medieval jokes.
2 great Mesopotamia jokes.
Oh, God.
I once met a crazed man muttering incoherently about ancient Mesopotamia. I had to stop him, though, because I didn't want him to Babylon. And in Mesopotamia, you know, when men decided to abandon their wives and children, do you think they said they were just going out for some ziggurats? I guess that's, I don't know what ziggurat is. And why did the chicken cross the road? To get out of Mesopotamia. No, chickens were brought to Europe alongside spices.
So just a fact there.
Yeah, that's just a fact, really.
Maybe we could have Ace teach these people how to tell jokes.
There you go. So let's send Ace to Mesopotamia.
Well, he's been put to death.
What kind of merch would these medieval guys have?
They'd have a T-shirt or something, probably.
No, it'd be a toga. It'd be a toga.
Toga.
Can you believe this? There's a lute act. They put him before me.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Hey, look, I'll be selling chainmail.
Enjoy my chain mailing list.
Yeah.
I got these tablets here with 2 of my jokes on them. If you'd like to come back.
This chainmail shirt references a joke I didn't do tonight. It's a little bit inside, but so true.
I'll be selling torches in the lobby.
There you go. There you go. Well, let's hear it right now, then, Ace.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
A little tired today. My neighbor was blasting Lionel Richie songs, which I normally wouldn't mind. But it was all night long.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad it wasn't dancing on the ceiling. Something.
Thank you, everybody. Tip your wenches.
And enjoy the steak, huh? Speaking of steak, go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off an unforgettable gift guaranteed to make your dad's day. Omaha Steaks. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that dads want steak.
I always thought court jesters were the stand-up comics of medieval times.
There's a very
politics. Politics.
There's a very funny chunk of the Woody Allen movie, Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Sex But Were Afraid to Ask, in which he is the court jester. It's really well done. They've got a Shakespearean guy. It's very clever.
What's Woody Allen afraid to ask? Like, how old are you and are you related to me?
Is it Mia Farrow's imagination?
Too soon, ye.
Too soon, ye.
Oh, there we go. That puts a cap on it. The sniper is back.
Hey, the Trojan Condom Company has just published their State of Sex survey. Survey says, actually, they have some insight into how and when people are using condoms. 1 in 8 guys under 35 admitted that they brought condoms to a funeral.
What?
Noting that it was, quote unquote, just in case
you don't want to get
encountered the right person.
You know, you don't want to ask the widow if she's on the pill. It's awkward.
I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. You know what I mean?
1 in 4 millennials said they brought a condom to their high school reunion. That makes sense. 65% of men bring condoms on a first date. Hopeful. And women tend to keep condoms on their bedside table.
Sluts.
Well, a wallet is the most popular place, obviously, for a guy.
The funeral thing is weird.
It is weird.
Who do you think gets more ladies, pallbearers or groomsmen?
Groomsmen.
Yeah, I think. I don't think.
I don't know.
A funeral is.
Look, there's a lot to be said for comforting.
Yes.
Somebody when they're grieving.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of alcohol there.
Well, there is after.
Afterward.
Well,
you-
after, but
Yeah, that's what I think. After.
Hey, babe, you think
Still.
that guy was stiff?
Oh.
All right.
Is that still the widow you're talking to, Dad?
I don't know.
Is that the widow you're still talking to, Dad?
Hey, are you free Saturday night? What am I thinking? Of course you are.
Well, I'll be free after the funeral.
What about the what did you say that was the women tend to keep them in the nightstand?
On their bedside table, yeah.
Ace, do you have condoms in your bedroom?
Yes.
In the nightstand?
No, in my underwear drawer.
I thought it was so they won't fit in the nightstand. I keep them in a locker. Josh, in a past life, perhaps not necessarily today, but did you were you a condom carrier / user?
Oh, I've used them, sure. And
Were they in your wallet?
But I would not carry. No, I never had them on me.
So you're the guy that had to go in and buy those ones that have little ticklers on the end and the
Looks like a cat toy.
No, I would just go, yeah, no, I got one. Yeah, I'm wearing it. Just shut up.
Just
Yeah.
Oh, you just like to play child support.
Shut up.
Jess, do you have any history with condoms?
No, I've never purchased condoms. I feel like that's the guy's
Now,
responsibility.
Do you think it's? I want to run a different story by you. This
Sure.
is why I'm asking. We had a news story earlier this week about a guy. Was he 85 years old?
Mm-hmm.
He was caught stealing.
In Japan.
He was caught stealing 2 4-packs of condoms, which I thought was
Yeah.
$14 worth of condoms.
very optimistic. But
But I think that's also for that's a one-man job too. There's some guys who just like to do it with the condom on.
No.
Alone. I'm not kidding.
I've heard that.
That's a thing.
The friction helped them go longer, and they want to go longer because it's their favorite thing in the world. And
Yes.
it makes cleanup easier, is what I've heard.
Yes.
you don't have to wear eye protection. You got that
No,
going
you
for
don't.
No, the reason I brought it up, I was wondering if the guy was just too embarrassed to pay for them.
Oh, maybe.
That's your thing. You're embarrassed by everything.
I think
that
he
has
felt
to do with-
entitled.
Yeah.
These are mine. I'm 85. What are you going to do about it?
Or stealing is a turn on. That was just the beginning of the foreplay.
Oh.
Okay, well, but you've never had to buy them.
No, I just I wasn't a person that
You didn't carry them around.
I didn't carry them around. But when I lived I lived with a house full of girls in college, and we had a fishbowl that just had a bunch of condoms in it in the living room.
That's
So,
nice.
Yeah. Take what you need.
Different brands?
Yeah, different brands, different
variety?
sizes. Yeah, it was kind of all kinds of stuff.
That's weird.
What does that say
it was
about
very
that house?
safe. We were sluts.
House of Harlots.
Did some of the show-offy girls go in there and deliberately go for the magnums?
Oh, my God. No.
Did you just say the show-offy girls?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
New Zealand's national airline is asking passengers to weigh in before flights. Air New Zealand says it wants to weigh 10,000 passengers during a month-long survey so pilots can better know the weight and balance of their planes before takeoff.
Let me get up there and take a look.
The airline promised that passengers' weights would not be displayed and the weigh-in data will remain anonymous. And you may opt out of the weigh-in if you so desire.
I got my fortune said, hey, one at a time.
They're keeping it anonymous. Ma'am, can you go outside and use the truck scale?
Ma'am, the post office is down.
I think this would be an interesting idea to do for the people who have been assigned middle seats.
Yeah?
Maybe make sure that they're a little bit of slighter build. No?
The only time I I guess I've spent a fair amount of my life sucking in, to look less fat. The only time I do the opposite is when I'm seated on an airplane. I make myself look as big as possible.
So nobody will sit next to you?
Yeah.
Do you find the other fat guy, if it's like a Southwest flight, if there's one fat guy in the aisle, will you take the middle? That's my move.
I'll take the window seat
Yes.
so that there's nobody in the middle? Yeah.
Yes.
I also eat a raw onion so nobody...
But so the airlines claim they're not. They're just trying to get a general idea of how much people weigh.
Yes.
So they're not going to be going, okay, you go left, you go right to balance out the plane.
I don't know about that, but some of the smaller flights will do that. They'll make people move.
You know what I'm just realizing? I've never seen... I don't know that I've ever seen an overweight pilot.
I saw one a month ago.
Really?
Freaked me out.
And you were like, oh, my God, a fat pilot?
I could not believe it. And he was big. He had a huge gut. He was fat as hell. And it freaked me out, man.
I've never seen that.
Was he the former governor of New Jersey?
We're not doing that.
Oh, sorry.
He's a larger... and I'm, you know what? I'm voting for him just because he's fat. I don't care about politics.
Is that right?
I want a fatty in the White House.
Fatty.
I don't care what he stands for.
4 more donuts. 4 more donuts.
He's a fatty. He's a fat.
Yes.
When was the last time a fat guy was in the White House?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Was Clinton kind of fat for a while?
A little bit. I mean, he and Trump both got jokes about how they were kind of fat, but
not like Taft. No.
Clinton had didn't he have a heart bypass or something? He had to lose a ton of weight.
What?
What did you say?
Should they have like classifications in the airline? Would you like your seat cruiserweight or husky?
Cruiserweight.
What's cruiserweight?
It's a level of wrestling, right? Or boxing.
I'm telling you, we are not far from you will be charged per pound on a flight. Airlines have charged for everything so far except that, and they're going to find a way.
I can't stand them.
By the way, your seatbelt extension will be $50.
This is so unfair.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. It's kind of like taking a physical now, going to the airport.
Wow.
Kind of, yeah.
You get a free X-ray if you're smuggling stuff. You get a prostate exam. They get your weight. Just take your blood pressure. You pretty much had your annual physical.
Oh, this is important news. Christy, you mentioned that some people take condoms to a funeral.
Yes, I did.
Chris has written in. He says condoms at a funeral would be for morning sex. Of course. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Dear idiots and Jess, we geniuses that take condoms to funerals don't intend to use them with the widow. At funerals, you run into people you haven't seen for years, and some of them don't bring their husband.
Well, there you go.
Boy. I won't, for your sake, sir, I won't say your name.
Just some horny freak. Like, look, everybody grieves in their own way, okay? There's no book on how to do this.
Wow. Well, that's fascinating about the condoms. Speaking of condoms, Al Pacino, apparently not familiar with them. Have you seen this story?
Yeah, we'll come back with that.
Okay.
I'm just getting started.
I hope you're enjoying the show. You'll be really enjoying it if you're listening on those Raycon earbuds. They are the best.
Yeah, buddy. Raycon's wireless earbuds.
Oh, Chick's still doing these ads. Huh?
Mission to prove that you shouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg for quality sound and essential smart tech listening features. Raycon, you get a pair and a spare if you'd like. Buy a pair as a gift and keep a pair for yourself. And get a load of this. Still pay less than you would with some of those other hoity-toity, big-name tech brand falling out of your earbuds. Raycon knows that in this economy right about now, every purchase pretty much needs to be perfect. They offer buy now, pay later options, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, free return guarantee, and free domestic shipping and flat fee international shipping. And they have 50,000 five-star reviews. And I haven't even told you about Raycon's 8 hours of playback, crystal clear call quality, and water and sweat resistant. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom, 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
I lost my charging cord. I got a new one, but for a while there, I had to go back to the ones that came with the phone. Boy, did they stink! They kept uncoupling. You'd be Raycons. They never leave you.
Nope.
They pop right on.
Boom.
They really are the best. Give them a shot. Buyraycon.com/Tom. When we come back, a little bit of Mr. Pacino and. Did I do it loud enough? And our day in history today. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob.
Hi, Tom here, along with comedian Ryan Singer, and we've been talking about Ryan's car, which has got, I believe, 298,000 miles on it. And this is a beautiful machine. It's obviously taken him all across the country many times. And Ryan would like to sell it, so I'm going to try to help him do that. I have not tried the car yet, but let's give it a quick review.
Let's check it out.
Now, what year is this?
99. The driver's side handle's broken off, so you either can go in through the back seat or
Wait a minute. I think I can get it.
You want me to open it?
Wait a minute. You have to open it from the inside, I think.
So, yeah.
But
as long as you have a friend with you most of the time,
no problem. I'm
just have them open the door for you.
Kind of warm today here. Does this thing have AC?
Yeah, AC works.
Nice.
And
nice.
maybe I'll take that out so it stops beeping unless you want to crank it up. And there's a CB. I don't have it hooked up yet, but
you got a CB. Nice.
There's a CB radio. This you can see.
CB, the original social network.
You can see.
What's your CB handle again?
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
So if we're ever in the same 3 to 5 mile radius at the exact same time, maybe we'll chat on channel 19. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is a test. Monster Hunter testing the CB. I'm getting a lot of action right now. Well, does the CB come with the car?
CB comes with the car. Not a lot of drivers around chatting right now. That's the problem.
Freeway's only about 300 yards that way. I think there'd be quite a lot of action.
Yeah, they're probably it's probably a slow day out there, you know.
Okay.
The radio does work. CD player, as you can see. That was a CD right there.
Nice. That's nice.
Little Captain Beefheart is in there right now.
Oh, wow, that's sophisticated.
Yeah, and so it's got an auxiliary plug for an iPhone or an Android or something like that.
Did you install this radio? This is aftermarket?
Yeah, I installed the radio and the CB because the factory stopped working. Glove box opens and locks. There's a GPS. Hey, I'll even throw that GPS in there. It's a Garmin.
Nice.
Yeah. So
now, can we get a shot of the actual dashboard to see the mileage?
Oh yeah, let's see what we're at. That's
297, 870 miles.
So by the end of next week after the tour, I'll be over 280, 298.
Wow, so this is about to approach 300,000 miles. Motor sounds great. And this is a 99. 99. This is Camry
LE.
Camry LE.
Four-cylinder.
Four-door. Okay, well, let's continue the tour, shall we?
Okay.
Once again, we're taking a tour of this beautiful 99 Camry, 298,000 miles on it. Let's head back here. Nice. It's got the electric window thing to keep the ice off the back window.
Gas door. Nope.
Good looking trunk.
Yeah, trunk's got
a lot of trunk space in here.
Yeah. Oh, we don't need.
Oh, here. Jesus.
We don't need. Trunk's got lots of room. Lots of room. Everything that comes in the trunk comes with the car. That's the deal. It's that's a weird. It's a weird tick on the engine. Yeah, you need to turn that.
That's Ryan Singer's car. Now, if you'd like to make an offer on that, how does this work, Ryan?
They can reach me at my website, ryansingercomedy.com, or email ryansingercomedy@gmail.com. Make me an offer. I'll take the best offer I can get.
And this is for real. This car is for sale, and it comes with everything in it, except probably the chick you had locked in the trunk.
Yeah, or the luggage. The luggage in the trunk.
That's right. You get real girls on video going and loser drunk guys going. And hey, act now and you'll receive at half price real girls on video going. That's real girls on video going. And the bonus tape. Real girls on video going. And the drunk loser guys going. But wait! Order now, and Frickalall Video will throw in real girls on video going. And that's real girls on video going. Real girls on video going. And real girls on video going. And all complete with loser drunk guys going. Order now.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
We have a phone call on line 1, I believe. It's pertinent to the discussion.
Bob and Tom show.
Speaking about the strip club / steakhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Chick has found one somewhere.
Yeah, Rachel's evidently down south in Florida, I guess.
I was at a yacht club in Michigan over the weekend, and the waitresses wore bikinis. Nothing but.
Right.
And I said to my friend, you know, the health department's got to be all over this place because, you know, they're just wearing bikinis. And he says, well, they're just serving the food. I don't see any big deal with it. And just as she walked by him to go get his food off of the counter, from the grill to bring it to him, she was pulling her thong out of her ass.
Okay.
I
think we're
right.
gotta love that.
He changed his mind.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That's where they get those strings to tie the stakes.
I said, I don't care. She could sit on my plate.
Yeah, good. Thanks for saying
Very
place.
nice. Thank you very much, sir.
Bill Bauer is our guest. Wild Bill Bauer.
The thing is, with my family, there's always something going on. I got an aunt. She is the family failure. I mean, everything she touches, it just goes wrong. Finally, at the age of 87, she had to declare bankruptcy.
Oh.
Now she can't buy a house until she's 94.
That poor soul.
She is a victim. She's a victim.
Absolutely.
She's at home last week, knocking on the door, vacuum cleaner salesman. I got a dandy of a vacuum to show you, ma'am. Oh, I can't afford it. I don't have any money at all. Just let me show you what it can do. He forces his way into her place, reaches behind his back, pulls out a sack of horse manure, dumps it on the floor, and goes, whatever this vacuum doesn't pick up, I'll eat. She goes, well, I hope you got a hell of an appetite because they turned off my electricity this morning.
Oh, you're welcome.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the old news desk.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin in the old performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Ace Cosby's here.
Yippers.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Willie Griswold.
Check, sir.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We had the sex survey.
People are for it 100%, I bet.
Yeah.
The so-called, this is from the Trojan Company, and they call it the state of sex.
Trojan man.
Like the State of the Union. Fourscore.
Well, they're both unions.
1 in 8 men take condoms to a funeral.
1 in 8.
1 in 4 to a high school reunion. That is
That makes sense.
That does.
It does kind of make sense.
Go see the weird art girl that took her glasses off and got hot all of a sudden.
I'm finally going to bang.
65% of men bring condoms on a first date.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Never know what can happen.
Never know.
Did you ever carry them?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, just asking.
Nope.
I should, I guess. I don't know. I only put out on a first date if she pays.
Really? Oh.
I feel like I owe her.
I don't think I've ever used a condom.
What?
Oh, my God.
I don't think I have.
Good for you.
my day.
You really feel nothing when you use them.
That's not true.
And they're only like 22% effective. Kids, stay away from them.
This is true.
What's that?
Sean.
Hey,
No, remember I went on that
you have your
stretch-
facts, I have mine.
I went on the stretch where I married him, and then I didn't care very much, I guess. I don't know what
You
happened.
put one on and drop a cinder block on it, you won't even feel it.
Yeah,
They suck.
Terrible. By the way, today's information packet invalid. Don't.
Oh, here's somebody who didn't wear a condom. 83-year-old actor Al Pacino and his 29-year-old girlfriend, Noor Alfallah.
And a boy,
are
Al.
expecting a baby. This will be Pacino's fourth child.
What's her name again?
It's Noor, Noor Alfala.
Like the
She
soup,
dated Mick Jagger for a while.
soup mix? Nor?
She's a jolly Alfala. She's a jolly Alfala.
Sounds like the noise Al Pacino made. Hoo-ha, Norafala.
Yeah, do it like that.
Norafala.
Pacino's baby news follows close on the heels of longtime friend and fellow actor Robert De Niro, who's announced he's becoming a father for the 7th time at the age of 70.
I think he's going to be lucky to make the kindergarten graduation.
7.
I'm pushing
How
for
old
high
is his
school.
girlfriend?
29, he's 83.
And his oldest kid is 34.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 kids.
And then he has kids with Beverly D'Angelo
Yeah,
too.
he has
They have
twins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck, Al. Again, the scent of a woman is going to be the scent of a diaper. His.
She's going to be changing.
Hey, while you're at it, baby,
too.
change mine.
Can I ask you a question? How are you staying above this? I'm absolutely amazed.
I just said I don't think you'll make it to the kids' kindergarten graduation. I'm just aiming for high school. That's my goal.
I hate that joke.
Okay, what's the
Time now, June 1st, today in history. And I'd like to tell you, if we don't do things we learned today, it will be the 3rd day in a row.
Sorry.
We haven't done it.
People work on these, you know.
So
Okay.
go ahead.
All right, I have not even. Okay, today, happy birthday, Brigham Young. Let's see you say Brigham Young.
Brigham Young.
And in groups of 10. Okay. Oh, happy birthday to the great Andy Griffith, one of the great shows of all time.
Andy Griffith.
Yeah. Wait, so that was
Face of the crowd. Go watch that second.
That's brilliant.
weird that these great sitcom guys would end up at detective shows.
Oh, yeah, you had your Tom Bosley, you had your Andy Griffith.
Tom Bosley.
Matlock.
Yeah, he was Father Dowling.
A great sitcom?
Well, Happy Days.
I thought it was a hit.
Big Bang's a hit.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Bazinga!
Oh, I love what he said.
That's a great episode.
Let's see. 1926, Marilyn Monroe. 1937, Morgan Freeman. He's still with us.
1937?
Yeah.
Wow.
Brian Cox.
Great actor.
1946.
Last name is Flemish for multiple penises.
Okay, you're just mailing
All
it in.
right.
Rabbit. That's what we learned today.
I say that every month.
First day of the month. I forgot we mentioned this, but this actually happened. Yeah, Ace Cosby wrote When Doves Cry.
Who knew?
Yeah, Tom's computer updating when he arrived this morning, so the whole show was right
Getting
in the
here
old-
early. No.
right in the old bin. I forgot my wallet, had to go back to the house this morning, and things went. And don't forget, no matter where you go in life, always remember this: babies are stupid.
Morons.
Don't even try to talk to them.
Nope.
There's no whatever. They just lay there. They eat their hands. I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing down there?
Pooping themselves.
Little idiots.
Tom hates and is somewhat fearful of revolving doors.
I like them. Don't know what to do.
How many people are supposed to enter?
Jess, if you're walking with a fellow,
Yeah.
you come to a revolving door. Do you go first? Do you
I
shove
do.
him in? Do you both go in the same court?
No, definitely don't go. I usually take the lead.
Okay,
Yeah.
but then you keep him out?
Yeah. No, I
As
don't-
often as you
He's on his own. After I've
Okay.
stepped through the door, he's on his own.
Back
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone said this morning, I don't know if this is true or not, Josh Arnold looks good wearing a hat.
Yeah, he does.
Thanks, Willie.
You look great in a
Because
nice.
I think I said I don't look good wearing a cowboy hat.
I don't think Josh can pull off a cowboy hat.
Maybe we'll try.
Let's try
Well,
it.
let's find one.
a show milliner
one.
and do this.
I have tons of them.
Tomorrow's Friday. Let's have cowboy hat day. I don't
I'll
think I
wear a
have.
cowboy
I
hat.
have time to work up the cowboy hats. That's going to take a while.
Oh,
Such a bummer.
What's wrong with you?
cowboy
You
hat.
can't get a cowboy hat together in a night?
You're gonna go, I've got one, but it's in storage somewhere.
oh God.
That's
Wait a
when
minute,
you
you
sang
have
sang
one?
that Texas song.
Why do you have it?
Why do you have a cowboy hat?
He was making fun.
I look good in a cowboy.
I don't doubt it.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.